nso na Asen North ewo mfimfin mantam Asen North constituency ewo mfimfin mantam no high court wo keep school bu a yese abato ayeto parliamentary election 2020 election no no enwaye free mu buy no court na twam kire se be sa akwakoto ma se bedwa aba no foforo Jesebia ora question James kwachi question yi osako koya appeal na ebia otimi overturn case no dia but no nso pa ho se ye be by election which is not the first of its kind in Ghana. Criminal charges nso so ewo ho eno nso so ye be hwe e de ho asemaba na ebinum ayese asemi sabani said dia already winim na asare Ghana for ni bia hu mobro enti papa ye de no basa ye de no betum and asase se ye pass ye press criminal charges against any ade na any minority leader Haruna Idris me here asembeba na minority and so minority leader and some more baba on timber can say near a buying cooperative and you use justice system no at the overturn the and I say they put the balance of power at the one party be a catching we are was abon train so mon cooperative near de na answer enyumere bebo sound bites baby enti ya beba no so ho asempa ya beko bust bulk oil and distribution and transportation company eya dwumaku a MPP company kufo apenso na omo etintim ye so o men ye fa ho a ye de ba nyina no sesi enya ba bia ebe kora no na yatumi achichechiche no bra no na ma fuel shortage ama Ghana habim ebe ye aba adwuma na ho hia pa sansa no omo ye strategic storage but actually no ebe di abai foforo nsam under NDC between 2009 and 2016 no ye the boost adwuma no kokoye conduit baby a ye wie sikafa ye de twe sikafa na sa wonti ase a anwumre ebe kirekiro mu kakra ebe bi ani a kirewo na ensama horo pin so a aka no yetumi e de atodwa e ma cause ye behwe cases e wo ho ene ade MPP amanyuko no so the guidelines bi e ba fa omo ankasa internal election kan wasem ena of course NDC is omo ya wiyo say there omo pam wo mu be film and also your bebo voices bi a emre bi so omo mo kan ye na omo ntimi ani so nti na sare sana meye no na mame kwan na ansa na obeba mu no so yeah me the voices bi batudwa ransa na sare simamba kompe okay na memfan ka assembi efa mampani nana danko kufuado obaye na koma so ade baako eye abayi nsusu akoma so ade na ye vice president Dr. Baumian so akoma so ade na boshe bia eba mu ani daso bia ewo mu na nso no yanti kutame na yanti jame asa sama mbeka very sensitive na menu mienu nyina ya bre ho pen nke pe hu sika anka sabre no ya frumu ye mama on etoda na ye ka asem wa MPP mu a de ya na ya no esanse nanka sabre no ye betumi aka ya no atum wo niam bi ho ne yanso agi bibia atwe minim nanka susu ya je brand new car bi de asifi nantusu yaje $50,000 bi e de to account mu mrantie na duru fiada ye ho ayede but we resisted every temptation and na ye can yɛdi yɛni di nneɛma bi akyi bauxite manganese ne haulage hunsam nyina yɛ keka ne nyina ne yie mu na na yɛpɛ nyina hi bauxite Ibrahim de by force ɛfaayɛ tio enye 2016 election ya 2 years Sunday the Dam Mineral Commission boss no ekotena office sansan document ema or the ExxonMobil account about 2 years before then 2-3 years before then and there's of Abuja akon how dia dance here program yi so say ye dia ni dia kire a certain forestry commission district manager one career Jina ne naso a series of letters any warning letters at the my Ibrahim in the company say money who kwansa mo ba nka ayi or they say nyina hi forestry mu samu beye we mu beye we mo akwa akogye krata samu ba beye exploration in nkyerese mon start metu mo ye se chese papa no ye ba ye kura se akire yi na sare ye se ye hwehwe papa
okọ retirement
na mamenka sa asem yi bauxite Ghana buy ewo more man mu ebi wa waso and they started to no nkroma pens since 1944
before Ghana
1944 you took one hill
dabi ana ye wo bebre wo nyina hini 7 hills na asem we no meti ho na next week so for baba ya kan we because even the energy plan na of aya ho nhihye ye say ye the gas ehun sembebe nyina he just to support the bauxite media opportunity kakra na menyama God on me chair who ade kakra bi said this is the planner because of nyina bauxite ninti energy re-engineering and transmission on somewhere na all ye nyina no he factored in nyina hini and also factor in gas ankasa ye de beye wo nyina hini vice president ankasa analysis be ka kire ye se Ghana ha nyina hini ene ye bauxite deposit wo Ghana ha no se etime refine ye see refinery na ye say the bauxite no ye betumi an refine na ye betumi anya $240 billion e dey free vice president onya otrofo onya bosrem ka e ma say the American na bobo charge akon his own at least do the kire me hu yes kwabra nhihye say ni na ye energy niam ye de beko we nyina na mampani na do bass no e na obeti company authority you're from Diadec, Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Company. Diadec. Nasara oko say baby African Continental Trade office no one. Sada no for na edano exim. Now Gexim Bank omunesiye emuna Ghana Export Promotion Council Ghana Export Authority yes emu ho no mo na the African Continental Free Trade so eko sada no they occupy 1 floor of that building and other company to na sare me hu san mani jepa yes ye integrated bauxite ehu adwuma Nasari, enfia numni o. Enfia numni. MPP by year first year. Yes, Ibrahim Eko nyina him box I said America. Me know the near year who did that 2 years. Emma MPP by year na first year na Ibrahim Obiatra Mineral Commission Sunday asensan official document amaninti. Na fe no odi mfidi akwa akoguso oye ho adwuma e na Ashanti regional minister okay okoko pamo ehonsem Emma government went ahead say pay $2 billion free China Sino hydro no the ababa infrastructure na ye 2 year bauxite ye de tua ye refine ye yanka say the raw bauxite no in etuaka ye the refine bauxite in ekotuaka na sare enfie nan ni akiri ni sa dwumakuo no omo nsa no adwuma omo adwuma ehu adanse wo he nasare ehu adanse wo he entino kan PPD 4 years na no a abato yi a eye hunhunhun enanka agi guruguru a na kire se obia akọ back nanka no asa akọfa bauxite ni nyina and sanso nanka beba pepepe because adwumakuo no me the first na me ka say omo ye bureaucratic now is no more bureaucratic omo afraid be red tape easy
red tape easy
afraid yes ana eye how na yaka who say it again MPP yes be queen din sana esana konomebwa MPP is known for efficiency. MPP is known for delivering results.
Yes.
MPP is known for excellence and all the good things you can say about MPP. Na sadia no SSR reflected right from Jubilee House, Mampeni Ankasane Juma, through competent Dr. Baumia, through all the competent ministers and another started somewhere Juma, and it should run through all the agencies and agency heads. That's right. Sir, your bauxite, ewa the here investment. See any sikaya and conform do sika beshishem proposals be brebeba. Oden ayawaso awaso die nyina hi die ehu enkratchisem koba niesa ene yenhwe mafi nkwawieye na fi ba akomba na mfie mienu aba na mfie miensa aba na mfie na yam a full time na how last year your COVID mu na ado president ko promise obesi 88 hospitals no I chain no upgrade no call 111 agenda 111 afini o hwe ho pressure ye de ato president ankasa so agenda 111 no hi agenda 111 no hi agenda 111 no hi
ye jeja
nim say and crack finance minister can ho asem
was it next month I think in 2 weeks time 17th August
contract no more money nyina my contract ni nyina sikanso are ready na the American say agenda 111 president okan ho asem last year covid mu 2020 na ye pa ye ho yensin ye hu ya asene mu sika ni ho but people are holding him to his word. Where are the hospitals? Nasara meboa.
Ya busa.
Argentina vice president tabie na no can say. Ye wo bauxite deposit worth more than $240 billion. Nasara NDC for na utwumu ne ma press conference. Abaya bobosia no mere ye abaya bobosia no mere o keka no na me ka say anabosia yesi aboykura na say no 30 billion
dabi emu
but say abawe betimi activate process na ebema investment ebetimi amanya o there take say be a vice president kura no ha nani I believe say they will see accurate no
my analysis no
until there say 50 billion crown ye betumi anya wo mu a Argentina hu dwumadie no nasare ekoso and I'm telling you said there 4 years now produce hwe no sabai amanani amre no amfa ne na nsi form no ansesa ne ma the next 4 years is 4 years be 4 years be
there be one shot sale be say
yes sir that is how it will be because omo manage eho no omo attitude and change. It is the same. It is the same. Giadek. It is the same people, the same attitude, the same everything, no agency, and they are not going to deliver any result to MPP.
Of our share, when is the 2nd December 2020? Bauxite exploitation in Yinahini will benefit entire nation. President Akufo-Addo. President Akufo-Addo has assured the people of Yinahini in the Achumang Punya constituency in the Ashanti region that the country's bauxite deposits in their part of the nation will be exploited within the confines of best global environmental safety practices, and the revenue from same will be evenly distributed to benefit all Ghanaians. This assurance the president gave when he addressed constituents of Yinahini at a rally today, 2nd December 2020, as part of the last day of his 3-day tour of the Ashanti region. Now, sorry, no, last year, was a JADEC is the holding company for all government investments and interest in the integrated aluminium industry. This includes 2 existing companies, Valco and Ghana Bauxite Company, and the mining rights to Ghana's bauxite reserves. JADEC is seeking to partner strategic investors, including local participation across the entire bauxite and aluminium value chain, mining, refinery, smelter, power, and downstream industries. JADEC will hold a minimum 30% stake in any new mine, refinery, or smelter. JADEC is committed to globally accepted best practices to undertake the sustainable mine of bauxite to ensure minimal impact of the environment and local communities. And Brofu hunim Nazare. Ya wa Gabi voice bi. Gabi so voice bi near the promo on net. No ne ato force in the toddlers. Ade wo so maame ayam kwan, enkwan susu enam nim. Ya mon kwacho voice no brem. There kind of gear deck is promo na gear deck. Mudim montra. What it was another 4 years yaba, and you not see any aluminium processing factory. You not see anything. Me dear man, because and some crime. Need the and sign MPP babao. And sign MPP babao. Now looking at and Tokwaya Kuo Honiad, even 4 years, no, they should have done something. They couldn't produce anything. 2020 December. And the president Akokana as a more movie, no, de Ebefa home. And say, almost sang look, Gordon, almost the sir, not that I'm prophet of the, but they have no results to deliver. The thing is about negotiation. And now we almost shang munkwa, akrachi samunkwa. Gordon, of you, Meno, you bring him Ramano. Now win him. Memo assignment to be. Say, in a Hindiano, almost the Akoma company be almost the Akomano. Nasa roti a obubufu. Hey! Exxon cubic ata nata mimi ata. Ede diamano.
Yes.
Kosi cross road na kwenti.
Oh.
Omanfm.
And the MPP business people omo ye connected all over the world. MPP forward Germany, US, when all the investors near the omunim and near there enuni.
Hey.
Oh. Anguma mushe.
And you who
over. Maybe Nazar no answer ne a
power pack.
Power pack. What do you mean fancy? But I'm telling you, Sabai Pedia. I'm sorry. Nah, yeah. Hey, why? Yeah, me a Juman function nipa and sana a down. I'm so I'm kodam de koda. I'm sorry, I'm almost sorry. No office, no, and nothing. Because I'm saying this, my cousin that they invited me to their office. They promised the next 2 weeks, some strategic plan be on the what was it? Nobody should call me. Panimubian won't frame it down. Next week we will continue. We'll continue.
Frustrating. Na easy sab project we starting here phone offer me sit down pictures by ya na engineers and planners car no akowura forest ho ya me mo bi twa picture Sunday here I was in the midst of nipa be tubi na me sure mo se na be di na me kai kakra bi so Ibrahim Hama mo car na akodu nyine hini bauxite wo offer many 5 minutes. In the pen, you know, frame me. Hey,
Adia me no be share.
Adia me no be kitu you.
Akoton me.
Aye. Nani pa kwani me number mano. Ofa na me say yes. How kwani say me cry no. I'm say ah. And you besi.
Yeah. Adia be benefit ye nyina.
Yes.
Enipa kakra.
And we went all out, risking our lives.
Yeah. And no nkrofo nim no.
Risking our lives.
Apart from whatever we rejected, the risk that we took, the risk. Can you measure it? Can you measure it?
To me. Yo.
Na ya de abesha monsa. Jamu anya djuma. Dia mo hwehwe ansa mo padjuma. Mo padjuma mo anya bi. Mo anya djuma ye. Mo na mo ya party mpanimfo na wa ha na ababa mo ne ya de wai, ene ya de wai, ene ya de wai. Mo anya bi na mo te so shepe. And I'm up to so chape. Produce results.
What's that mean as a maker?
Produce results. But not sorry.
Hey, yeah.
Hey. Produce results. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Samatic. Nah, yeah, Babu voice be yeah, the Ghana for Echo Emrashabegem 6 December 20. There be 6 January 2021. Na yes say ye kwa koto aba ye kwa swear in MPs na ya to aba e speaker sana jono na emrasha badwamu edin pa
anadwoa besi ahomache
ei ye mu bia na yesiri pesa ade achi yanso na MPP fo honhoma boto aye basa the processes enamu ekosi say ye ya aba no speaker no de na anya yie na James Kwesi protest omo raise fan ho na ebeye clear say NDC deny sacrificial.
Oh yes.
And so koto aba no bi ba se kokoto ye no yodum e ma ne to aba no bi na obedi ka abo honorable Afenyomakin, Deputy Majority Leader, voice no, Asamo Kana na jono. Enti.
As a matter of preliminary, I need to at least hear the member. Mr. Chair, as a matter of preliminary inquiry from my side, I would want to find out from you whether you are on notice of a proceeding or an order from the High Court in respect of an application by Michael Akuma Na.
Listen.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair.
Wait, Honorable. At the appropriate time.
Mr. Chair, what I am saying, if my colleagues would indulge me, if they listen to me, whatever they have, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, I believe that the rule of this House enjoins us to listen to a member in silence. Mr. Chair, if I make my submission and they have any view contrary to the preliminary objection and preliminary inquiry I am making, they would be able to make a proper input. That is the rule. It's not a shouting. So, Mr. Chair, all I want to inquire from you is that you have indicated that you have received communication from the Electoral Commission. I am aware
I just wanted to listen to what he's saying.
Mr. Chair, my preliminary inquiry must be addressed. Thereafter, the proceedings can continue. All I am saying is that you have given an indication that you've received a communication, which communication has resulted in even the program outline of the inauguration of the 8th Parliament. I want to find out from you, Mr. Chair, whether or not you have received a court order in respect of a plaint by Michael Ankuma Nina, which order makes reference to any person on the list as you provided.
All right.
Specifically. So, Mr. Chair, I believe that
so honorable.
As a matter.
Now, sorry. I had another new phrase, you know.
Yeah, not just a deputy majority leader, kasa. Yeah, according to Parliament, Mra, Ubi Kasa yenye dedi. Because it's a mubumu. Yalo kwa muso bu enye di momun diasem no.
Afanya maki ni hu kwaso raise issue say omo enya court clerk no. Enya court order. Say ye ma ba kuntimi swear in ana on swear in. Abra o kan say ni nyina na NDC for ayason brachie. Yes. Yentie clerk of Parliament. Na semwa okaye.
Honorable members, my view is that the preliminary objection relates to whether or not this house is properly constituted for the purpose of electing speaker or deputy speakers. Now, today, this afternoon, late afternoon, I received an order of interlocutory injunction from the Cape Coast High Court, which was served on me, clerk to Parliament, on Wednesday, 6th January 2021 at 4:55 p.m. And the order was issued by His Lordship Justice Kwesi Boachi, Justice of the High Court sitting in Cape Coast. The registrar the person who stars Hamza, Deputy Chief Registrar, who stars Hamza.
Chesa nyina no na nkrofo aprim omo akoma. Nkrofo aprim omo akoma se clerk no kra asem okana. Ye manenka.
Not a full name. We want proof of service and the full details of no. Hamza, please Hamza a name. Your Hamza sufficient. Harun, please let him go through that. Of service, the full name of the honorable member.
Sabre yi nyina no na majority for no kase. Hey, Kwesi, no jiji no. Mo de no kwa asemu. Abay mo manin tubi. Abay a mo manin ko.
To PNDC Law 284 as amended, and the matter of parliamentary elections for the Asin North constituency held on 7 December 2020, and the matter of a petition by Michael Ankuma Nimfa challenging the declaration of Electoral Commission of James Kwesi, aka James J.Chi Kwesi, as member of Parliament elect for the Asin North constituency pursuant to the parliamentary elections held on 7 December. This application, 4th day of January 2021, before His Lordship Justice Kwesi Boachi, Justice of the High Court, sitting in Cape Coast. And upon reading the affidavit deposed by Michael Ankuma Nimfa, applicant hearing in support thereof, and upon hearing Frank Davis, Esquire, and with him Gary Nimaku and Frank Kusi, counsels for and on behalf of the applicant, hearing together with Abraham Amaliba, Esquire, and with him Edu Yabwa of counsel and on behalf of James Kwesi, aka James Kechi Kwesi, first respondent. It is hereby ordered that James Kwesi, aka James Kechi Kwesi, first respondent hearing, is hereby restrained from holding himself out as a member of Parliament elect. Is hereby restrained.
Nazare. Ahane Satan ne case ya yedwi. Ahane na boboba o.
Enti wo ba. We the man sabi the metwe titi. Eda no. Ya court clerk no e ma sa judgment ruling wing. Necessarily. Na o say ko mu peja papa no e ko to abonten.
Yes.
Yes, ko mu peja no.
Yeah. But you have been an enforcement.
Yes, but if I say be omo yes oh kratisem be come tiasiaba mbeso
omo kan tiasiaba
akwakodu ba bi sisi a yakopon adom court in the ruling aba say papa no wontimi nye MP yehwe ensi
there be NC
say criminal process no so ankoso ama papa yi anamu a ofa MPP for bed supporters bedi MPP who ya wo saa ma bi be ko wom
papa
let's say you trust me nya ye
dabi e dia party nso baba bad o de ye ntie
hisi ho no how the rules
ai ono
edu ho the munya mo nya do be ye na court no ka say no suffer the consequences for it
ye ntie de Haruna ka
yo
Mr. Chair, we have heard arguments on due process, and to assure you that we are law-abiding citizens. What we do know is that service on a member, and once you are elected, my colleague knows law, is an irrebuttable presumption that he is an elected member of Parliament. Until the merits of his case are so determined, he remains the elected representative of the people of Asin North. But for us to appreciate your due process, we should know when service was done, the bailiff who came to undertake the service, all that has to be tabled. But for our purposes, the Honorable Jache has not been served any process. Mr. Chair Clerk, we have heard arguments on due process, and to assure you that we are law-abiding citizens. What we do know is that service on a member, and once you are elected, my colleague knows law, is an irrebuttable presumption that we have to respond to that national duty, that there is no interregnum in the governance leadership of the country Ghana. Therefore, this event is also time-bound. Chair Clerk, it is my contention and submission that the Honorable James Jache Kwesi was not in court, and you yourself have admitted that you did not serve him the process. Under the circumstances, let him err on the side of law and bear the consequence in court. So let him take the oath because he's not been served any process. He will appear before court. Let him err on the side of law and bear the consequence in court. So let him take the oath because he's not been served any process. He will appear before court. He will appear before court for the merits of the matter to be determined. Because Chairman Clerk, I'm not sure you are clothed even with the powers of the ruling that you made as Clerk Chairman. Nowhere in our standing orders.
Eja Haruna di Assembly.
Haruna di Assembly ba.
Mama nunto. Na onye de ombe the consequences.
Ombe the consequences for it. Ye manu suwe oath no. We na se court kasi yenkukunu.
Ye manu suwe oath okoto abayi.
Ombe ga so faso.
Ayi speaker. Na de besie bia no.
Ensi.
Ye mo na senu.
Omo chira sem. Na esie no
de obesie bia no ye mo na senu.
Yes.
Anya sa.
E ofa pepepe na esie no. Eno ntino ofa very interesting. Na Haruna Drusu asema wo kan enura parliament no. Na ya pa se obi se Haruna Drusu we lawyer. We a member of parliament for 16 years as a senior. Na court ruling aba. Na wutimi edidi judiciary atem. Eka se die aban ato judiciary no ato court no ama de open wodi ye ya won lawyer akopose your officer of the court. You are supposed to defend and protect the integrity of the court.
Or the omo ye dey
there be enfa no ho because of omu interest in it and no of interesting but
now sir when you say one arm of government almost the 10 biano they have access to the media, they can make public statements any time asemo almost pebibiaka to sue their political interest no mo aka e de atwi obi na for mo ho NDC entina me busa say ti ewo judge bi ruling mu obetimi afa ho de atoto ayampia ma parliament sir
offer NDC
na because any to say we gina ho ka say ye bu asem no wani enye ho kra ne ade nya pin na bako na ye use abai no use the justice system
offer ayo wanwa petition o mo koye no petition o mo koye no petition a wo koye a wan kasa won ti ase okokot koye de ye bu se do geja se be do kai wo se my lord ya ma ha se be ye be kase me declare ne mayun e no be ye den
omko hoso omko kan se obi
anwen ni wo se da bia kwa nya na be kan da kwa kwa fa so bobo ye no e de se enye kwa pa so e kwa be do fa so bobo ye azo a wutimi nkyere. That is NDC for you. Refi Raymond Atuguba. Then crab ne wo fa ne Justice Atuguba. Raymond ne crab woni Justice Atuguba de tonight. Edru ba bia o mpeso mo attack judiciary no because of MPP nti. Na Raymond Atuguba afakat atwok esem ya say judges ojo mudi enye no mo jada mudie omuye say not forgetting because wonim obusa do so ne no for the tonight say judges die Raymond Atuguba no or executive secretary to John Mahama ada of ameboa yes
no electoral legon
yes. At the end, this is what they offer. They are ruthless. They don't care. Sami Jamfini more troye. Efa parliament so Sabra man choice will be or Sabra call them. At the speaker attempt at the end this for you nothing. Bibiani was so yes sir. As well as you have friend ya friend
privileges committee.
Ya friend privileges.
Nanu yana MPB resolution.
Ya friend no.
Of course.
And now some people who go mo edi agro no. They are ruthless.
Yes.
Na saboy mo some self-serving and we mu there a nation built. How do this cooperative beam? Na da be from cooperative. of a yes, about Poso, Malik, Fifiano Panos, or Castle, baby. Maybe I can both us and then I come back.
I come back. Of answer so a Habolim point and I'm a man. Was there some fun? One FM, I will massina place the patcho. Obey me the contribution by in the form of email or the Babao Wafa kk@gmail.com. Bang Tamwa, I can kind na the amount. Martin sponsors no and tentam na for you. Your boss assembly wa. I me ko ani a friend of boss no anasa e da so friend of boss. Na e clear say na nipa bi e de hosam kwai. Na nipa bi eto omu product petroleum product na om de akogu boss tank. Na e kakra na omu akose ye ba be fa product no eswati dudu sei eswati dudu sei nti ya bomoka ye de mo court. Na Ghana for behu ye bie so kakra bia kase brenti ye behu kwan a na ababi atwamu omofa boss as an institution ede ebo baika ede wiesika ede gi dubious judgment na ede bo boss ka ye beka no wasam sana e wi a ahweda matters arising and budget no wasam our sneakers boutique ya kan boutique we ya kan hu say na awtwemienu bia wo de niam afoforo egude ho no nti say wo kope niam topa de ya wo senior boutique na wo ko ma say ya ene pa ya di sesi ho bebma wo so leather shoes bags slippers sandals belts ni na ebi e wo ho ma bags no mu shoe color ne brand no e match kaftan African wear and also warm branches are running na ubenya bi ewa wo senior boutique Adole Ghana ena a day a dra your friend of replenish plus aba na replenish plus immune booster kese a udi bi toto no ho a enyegie eye a dra ye de moringa and selenium akambo mu aye no ma sisi ni pedua no papa jeke company name it abon a ton na Taraj brand say exercise books, say pens, pencils, cases, anything stationary, everything stationary. Na Taraj brand, you know, and they ko to me run your radi her back clinic or Santa Maria Blue Teos. Obako ko jaya she bebo papa ama opum dia kosu ye Ghana oil goil and every goil. Obako to higher grade fuel at normal price. Leicester Educational System or Chesa Brahona obeye wo SS Remedia no or mobile time diploma program wa eno no ebetim di wa court level 200 wo university the next year nti wonya wo SS Remedia courses na wa failing you know now sakra diploma no ebetimi ama wa court university Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic ni din ene Dr. Wonder upu bia wa bene wa bibidro mu padia ene Dr. Mensa na so ye no udru ha na kire se wada nyame ase on se bibia enam ne kombe jaya hwe agino papa Franco Trade Enterprise original phone and accessories fee ene eho na over corner phones and accessories when you be ato na when you flash screen TV laptops empone yede tabletop fridges abaha yede flash screen TV ne printers and yede tablets and electronic gadgets nyama huhu nyina aka Franco Trade Enterprise ma so ye wono adabraka Robris ma bar stop no opposite Grace me Pata Clinic or Madina akachia bo last stop refia osi baby a wokwa bibia ye mama free just ya prescribe a drama na wokwakoto ye boss asem na free ho quickly na yako so Malik aje aye kasamafo ade man boss yimakom aya kwaba
ya rava
na ti say
nyame na dom kakra
good yenim sakane no na boss anasa ne kra no da so ye enkrofo to petroleum product no ndi ababegu mo tank emu a na yese ho abasem omo be fa product na eni ho anasa swat na enim said this happened between 2009 and 20 especially the 2014 15 and the 16 na enti enim samo bade enwuma ko bebre kama enwuma ko be 10 e de mo court ko judgment ba cho sanete
medase match our tefu nyina ena anwumre boss adwumako no fiti asese o ma ankra o craft farm go e de bia ba besie the tanks mu 2009
okay
no just free 1993 na adwumako no bae no na oje product a eye abanyakra anase free tour enko na na disie ne mu BDC's bulk distribution companies no nya akwanya de omo de besie tua aka from 2009
okay
na ne kosi ya ne say free 2009 bepim 2013 omo niema no bia eba ye be 33 million liters of products and ho akontabuo no koye penso ana chese emre bedru sa wo ba baju product no na product e ho no ne wo nko ahwe no kra no enyepe na wo de no nsa aka ama afoforo nsa aka wo mo de
in other words so be the product those days no obi the product e be see boss to obeba so obeje no ne eni ho
ekoba ne sa from 2009 to 2013 into 2014 and our boss adwumako no egitum mu say quantities bia enwumako ahuru no bi nom ensa atoso say ye wo mo de ano no kre abedi wo mo but omo ntumi nyama wo mo enti obedi ano na watua ehun ka ida se sika anase emu niema ba wo de bi akwa akotua ehun ka na dwuma no maako nwotwe ena epaja boss eco petition aya Ministry of Energy sabrin 2014 ena NPA fresh adwumako ni boss etena se ye nhihye se wo se boss adwumako no tua saafo no niema ayira no ka ema omo 33 million liters 2016 ena boss adwumako ni yesese obetia se atua saa niema na ayira no ka de a na ne wo se onya chartered accountancy firm ewiase nyina agi omudi no ba bebu hu akonta
amba be
audit into okofre Ernst & Young ebai Ernst & Young behwe ye no obegitu mu se niema be 22 million liters de no krese bedi boss ho ayira into ose boss etua ho sika
enchese 30 something no free 30 something
free 33 no aba 22 million liters wodi anu sa wie ya Ernst & Young be ye na dwuma no akatua na nkwa kopim 2018 in the 8 BDCs na musika abedim said the Ernst & Young ebegitu mu no Eco Ministry of Energy ho say omeshe boss ana oma boss asonte so omusa ehia musika na numu na boss adwumako no board of directors ene management etna say ye better sa aka yase atua na wo say yete in house committee ema omhwehwe sa anieman a amanfo ekam say the boss adwumate no emfa ho ne ngoma obesua no ba bi se wunimu a ase ate betimi ayewden
okay
it in house committee no etna say fresh BDCC ni omudi nkomon kakra no na yebehu ye ne say eniema be 22 million liters na omo kire say ayira nti omo oju husika free boss ho no emu be 8.2 million liters na ye no kure na be 14 million there no kure enimu ayitua ma wo mo a enyeyi
me bawo adeni free 33
yeah
about 22
yeah
and na boss ankasa 2018 no sa tenase esa amodi in house committee
yeah
ehwehwemu
yeah and a free 22 no ba be 8.6 million liters
na chese kamo ansa anya nhwehwemu a anka
ho de ho asem
difference no so kamo atua dada
anka no so nka da ho a wo say yetua 22 million liters no na sika omo de kra niema no ne hunsi hu a na omo je free boss na 37.6 million dollars yebu nkonta ni we no yaso 24.9 million dollars na eti free so ema ne beka be 12.3 million dollars a eno na yesi ehun konwa ene wo no akọ apam say musika ababedi mu no e wo say adwumako no tua mam ne mom ne tua no ebe ye akwan miensa emu baako mo amode mo de ebeje niema sanse wo bi hu ntino ye betimi de niema no bi atua mo de dada no ka na sika nso so ba ye de bi atua ka amamo na fe sanse ne mo koso ye adwumanti mo so mo ka mo de ye no ye de bi atete na bibi akwa akotwe ne baabi atwena ma adwuma na to aso sa nyumako ba ko ne ye friend Husk Oil 2016 Husk Oil Ernst & Young akontabu obu ye no na just Husk Oil niema na wo box tank ma na nka wo se de ma mo no na omo ewo gasoline petrol na omo petrol 34,000 liters and na omo wo diesel enso so 1.3 million liters and no cross am say wo bu akonta no ne sansa ade no bo nyina fa akonti no na won 34 million liters no ema wo mo na nyeye in the 34 million liters no almost 74 million liters 40,000 liters more said the beya on ton moka no benya wo mu sika no said the auditon mre sanse fa ngobo no ya na nyina fa akon in the from 34 ubenya 74,000 and 1.3 million liters of gasoline no oba benya 2.3 million liters ekire say nka dwumako na tia wonom ka akwan nyina so amom nsa kan mo niemako na when na yanko down sorry in 2017 na say dwumako ya sand the boss kokko to say oniema na bedi boss tank ma ya tua ka wie ne moroso de ama wo mo no wo mo kobo obosin of Fidelity Bank and ekoto oniema no ntisa abosin no hunsi hun so mba Jeffrey boss oh
enti dia wo kan na chese what the product atua mo
the product atua mo ka product eboro wo mo de no so in quantity now more 34,000 liters of gasoline yeah almost 74,482 liters now more 1.3 million liters of gas oil yeah 2.3 million liters editua amoka in 2016 May 4th 2016 who documents you know how omunye ho achinye omugitum ne mu de omo kan say motia de ne ka awie mpo a bosen a yekobo no Fidelity Bank ho edikoto ne man hunsi hunso ye Jeffrey boss adwumako no ho na no ne yese yete ase a enye ye esan say sa wo kra ne ma ba na akobo bosen na wo de kra ne ma no wo ton a won faso da so no bi na de kotu abosen no hunsi ho ne mom nya atofo ho na asan kokoje eye nsi ho efri ndi saade a ye dentia eno na high court kodi asem na o say oje wono asem a wo mo eka no tum enti sansi ho na nanka wo mo kobo wo mo bosen na ye ni ho bi a wo mo ne wono de besia ye de ama wo mo no ye nkonkotu asansi ho no eye 9.9 million emfama eye hasko ye adwumako no eno da nchen a esansa wo mo ntiansi ho ne ntamti Fidelity Bank at the penalty are woman. Wamutia interest of 30% extra per annum and also boss adwumako no konkotia.
Interest penalty.
Na eno nyina achi no yensantia cost of 1 million Ghana cedis Emma has coin.
How?
So some near the High Court of Jericho mpona no motepo nkoso na ekoba. Enya biatika $1 million. 1 million Ghana cedis na ditia cost. Na yeti ase ba bi enye ye no nti ne file appeal at the appeals court enti on the 30th of October 2019 ene ye dey asem no call appeal court na ne ekosi na no ene say 14th of July court tena say odi asem no na ye mra nim ni na okwa akogina bosta na emu nya nuru ho o say traffic chain no kwan so nti say court frɛ ye na woni ho no nti no court say wato yen ya appeal na ye na to agu nti yen koni nkotu asesika no emfama has call
that's the grounds
nti wei ane asem no a edi adencheche ewo eye emframemu a obi atibi se boss adwumako no aboka eye 9.9 million eye Ghana cedis bia wotu ama has call asem no efare by na mechiremi
enti product na ankasa de mo atuaka
the tua product no ka aman product no nsi ho 34,000 liters no yemano 74,000 1.3 million liters no yemano 2.3 million liters yetua ka wie a ya pepa yensa efri ho na court hye say ye sa judgment no tum kwam bia so a enye yiye obi a odini sika ye na dwuma bia ni ho obebu sa akonta no ate ase say mikohia obi nura abonten mato mobile phone metua ne ka mikoduru fi awaba se wakofa mobile phone na free China aba no the bank bosinati hunsi hunso obaje free mi ameto ade no ho enti ase nim eno nti ene ye appeal no a court ato appeal na to agu se yenkonkoti asesika no ema ayesa adwumako no
well enti say mo next action be say
ye kan ye gidie ene say adwuma no eye aban de a sebe da nya kwadwofuru meso obi afa ne sekan ya onkonkono aban so ehia sika e de ayempuntudwuma ama oman no emu adehye so enya so emfaso enti se kokoba ne say asem a ye die no yen ye wonyina so e wo sika asem ntoto ye ne mremu se ni kwanse etua sika ma obi na so ye ntua ma no a eno nti ɛna yɛ yakɔ appeal no sɛ appeal no yɛabɔ ato agu sɛ yɛn ni asɛm no san sɛ yɛntumi ankonti a yɛmmerɛ nimfoɔ akɔ sɛ wɔkɔ akɔsɛ record sɛ ɔnsan mmie ɛyɛ asɛm no mu na ɔntie yɛ asɛm a yɛreka no ne yɛde yɛgyidi sɛ adwene ne nyansa wɔ mu wei ɛne nsusueɛ a management ɛde kɔtoo board anim na board nso so anya nteaseɛ sɛ nokorɛ ne kwan so no nti yɛntwe asɛm no nkonkosi berɛ a yɛbɛnya judgment a ɛtɔ adwene ɛso na ɛtɔ asomu na yɛmfɛ nkora asɛm no ɛma bɔ sɛ dwumakuo no ɛnya ne fa ahodie ɛnto aso nyɛ no adwuma afa
Malik yɛda ase na yɛbɛsa afrɛ wo biom na yɛnim sɛ nsɛm pii nso wɔ hɔ bust I go through phases bi yɛnim sɛ naano yɛ siga ɛyɛ program ɔmo kan sɛ at least say bust a car na mo bobrebe no not me move from that phase
of the man yɛn nwanwa say as of January 2017 adwumaku na omo ekra farm no bo ma bust akɔgye bi obeton bust akɔgye bi obeton kon no na adwuma no de ka $624 million many o ka say yɛtua manaka $29 million
ba repeat bi as at January 2017
na bust woman no must supply bus to Niema na yɛtua na ɛka ne $624 million
624 as January 2017 which means that omoje of course which means that by the close of December 2016 no meboa and then because January 2016 there 2017 there
that's already 31st no
because there was a change in government, a new administration came. The new administration the boss product car mode as of January 2017
$624 million. Mene oka say yetua manaka $29 million ayenim sa afi we nkona wie no na yetua wie. Of I know dan chan pipeline a free tema ekwa akosombo a enum ne epia eye fam no fa na bia fa fra utade no so akobupe no na pipeline no enye adwuma. Mene oka say ya repair pipeline na wi abosumi ayebekomi yebefiti ase apushi product afem e free bupe ekoboga pipeline 269 kilometers na pipeline no so enye adwuma. Mene oka say ya repair awie ama boga depo na beye mfie 90 ne na enye adwuma no efiti ase aye adwuma enne ye de ne matimi efri enkran ekokoton ewo Burkina Mali eni Niger abos adwumako no enya nan papa agina so ye kan di bewie say eya kan ne sonko adwumako no ewo ebre ya yeti hoi the leadership ena atumi ama adwuma no afa ne ntoma pa efra saa kwai no so ebra me ne wo ka say ye badges a isa ship na ye di product gumu akoso mboko bupe no ye badges no mako enan efri be ye mfie miensanie na badge no entimi entu ena ye adwuma me ne wo ka say badges nan ni nyina ewo fra utade no so a de ne mako anaba etu ba ko e de 5.3 million liters ena echo 5.3 million ofa so so wuchuchem agu tankers akese pa mu a tankers mako 98 ena timi 5.3 million liters no indi say badge no tu once a 100 trucks every kwan so yakwanya eseye enkwansia ahodo high road maintenance cost ene ne yaka ne nyina no bus adwumako na boa ama ene so ate ne etwa besie ne se eduru mra mampani eyi aya akanifu ama nnwuma binum nti etoda ebinom evurevura ensem ase na de animu no wo kan de fa nipa ne be hu ne mom de ye nim ne se bus adwumako na from 2017 ashase no na bosume so ya di overdraft ansa na yetime atu adwumayefo ka no ene ye fasa akwai no so bio tanks mako 51 no emu 15 na to abobo ntokura na ode ne maguma enye ya repair mu 9 afi nkona wie ye be repair de aka nyina ka ho ade biara na asai wa adwuma ni mu no ebesi ne atumi afa ne ntema perfra gina ne naso ankakra empanimfo epia e de akwakoto ba bia adwumako no eso be banfa so kese e de amaga na me ne empani e ka ne agidie sanse ye mu adwuma bi ene se efri ne nkopim fie mienu ntem se nwumako bi e fa won ntema perfra ama bind the necessity ne bo se ampa se bi no getre koye ade a mfaso abaso a boss adwumako no beka hu sanse betimetua dividends ama ban ura Edwin Alfred province a ene na pamfo yene board chairman ura Eko Hackman ene wo mo ka ho ena yetimi apia adwuma no ababeduru sa pomponso yi nti ye hye omanfo bosse boss adwumako na no mo tini din na ano a na ye pre ya so no enye no ene wo ho ni mamenye na kire menu abeche bia ni hobio enti asam no de wose ye de kokot na ya twen no ye de be kokot ye be twen akwa akosi ba bia oman no benya so mfaso na yɛmfata court nso so ɛnkɔ na mmom deɛ ɛbɛboa wo ma kronkron Ghana ɛne ɛbɛyɛ sɛ nneɛma wɔ tank mu ne ɛbɛka sɛ yɛbie tank no apue de wɔ mu no to agu ɛsiane sɛ ayɛ fi tanka petrol bɛyɛ 1 million litres wɔm deɛ sɛ nkasa ayɛ fi nti yɛhwia gu ne ahohorom saa amena yɛyɛ ɛno bi ntimi nsi sɛ petrol ɛne ɛyɛ diesel ɛkɔdi afra ne ato no de contaminated oil na sɛ yɛ 5 cedis per litre ɛda na yɛate so aba 1 cedi per litre yɛbu kɔ abɔnten wie a yɛakɔtɔn no 5 cedis no ɛno atwam san sɛ mmara da hɔ sɛ di afra mpo a yɛmfa nkɔ Tema Oil refinery ne ɛno aso bio ɛma ebia ɛnkɔ baabi a ɛwɔ wei yɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛmfiri baabi kɛkɛ ɛne baeɛ ɛyɛ akanie ne adwempa na di adwuma na ba bɛsi baabi a ɛwɔ ɔfa nneɛma bebree ɛto aso a minim sɛ ɛmfiri nne nkosi ne mfie na ntɛm ɔfa yɛbɛtumi anya ɛyɛ petroleum pipeline a ɛfiri Tema ɛkɔ akɔduru Kumase na ɛkwan yɛfa so ɛpia fam wɔ no ayɛ dwodwo ama ɔman no afa ne ntɛm apɛfra wei ɛne nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛkɔ so ɔbɔ stage makuo no ma megyeme di sɛ ɔman bɛ biara mfa n'ani ni akyire na yɛ nyina yɛnya adansefoɔ ɛwɔ adwuma pa ho sɛ woyɛ adwuma pa a ɛno ankasa ɛne bɔ
yɛda ase na yɛn nso so a na munni bi a mo ho mɔbɔ a ɛdi mo akyi Malik yɛda ase o da ofisisa mo a mo ka yɛyɛ a mo ka ne nam 620 million dollars munni bi mo ho sako a ya soso mu aboabo amonsa no mo ye ya mo remfie ai mo de mo monko na omo nso omo nenam akire epri kiki anyumre no magen eni ho Malik medase wano ate oti anim wo ba bia so nze na we na bade a me de po asem say okasa oti manim ai enti koso sa anya me babo papa Malik ajay Anotewa from Bost. Oh, you good, papa. Oh, you good. Anka. Insusi na sa
na ofada me ma prepare o
meaning
share
what prepare fire me dey say
oh that be my prepare on the same you know but say the Malik abekasa no me nka bibia ento aso just that of enemy bo no man it to the be state no e dey hu se na mebim kakra
Omanfm
ofa me nya sure say case bia bagana and Africa crumble that and I even the Hague yeah what do cost 1 million Ghana cedis cost me who be that 1 cost oh and the compensation 1 million cost said then me who be that and you know say no
the lawyers no
and issue against a state institution as well
Omanfm
over issue against a state institution it there was a page you should say a debate power could have happened. About 1 million
cost of 1 million awarded at
1 million cost the year. Now about 50,000, about 5,000, 8,000, 10,000. Now 1 million the other. And to know I think that the boss will you know. Yes, so moon crying. No more moon 19,000 age office. Na omo munanyin tete age office me nse Malik kan ho dia dey na sa appeal we no dey na mo efra appeal no according to ya me won say lawyer no anko
eno na atimafo no
na lawyer no we lawyer boss lawyer so what happened on that day no nko no wanko no nam kwaso ko lawyer for ntaje late to court of that day go out one my appeal and you have elected to be the lawyer for boss of I was a boss for question no I was a boss for question no and I did so most okay wa ma it babo asem na gu as if say there's no case even before the appeals court no problem o ma sa ba say more realistic and abeboa system o more realistic omo twende ese go for be personal interest or baby a omo pull strings bi people should be careful and the buy no of our Osha share and running day. Stories and for generate out of Sassi movie. And that's in Ketua. And
say blame be no
blame will be myself for say be a current administration no or mona my bibu.
Say I can't cry now.
I'm not some civil situation, you know.
Say I can't current administration no nanka. So from 2017 Claire say various administrations are about Boston. They've been doing their, of course,
yes.
Boston Ankas alcohol mujidi say starting year 2017 and a bejigu ye and as ababe what I say? As I say, Nam council potting and Nam council talking, but we have been able to over $624 million. What we Chiama Nababeka 20-something million. Just say Nadia Yanu no MPP and Dr. Kuziba for Kayano. Omo ye ayi Caterpillar. Ye do omo fa kwanso.
Dwukwan no awiabo.
Ai, omo ya awiabo. Omo dwukwan na so that's one obia. Also obiaba na sorry. Let's say it. The first say, oh, yadi a product kogu boss tank him ayira no. Nasare na enterprise.
Enterprise. Juma se
Juma se enterprise.
Juma se
enterprise.
If you are saying for the animal sisi. And so
Obia ni mo de baba bejamu bi ayira. Obia ni mo de baba bejamu bi ayira. Na mo agiatum. Yebetua. How? How?
Yeah.
Na liability mo accept samubetua no. Yekoye auditor a free 33 million liters. About 22 million
liters.
Until 11 million na edaso no. Ya capture no. For komutu scanner. Nasare kwa kudi him for.
Say go for we share omu hwe go man krim.
And actually boss na nkasa nso sa be set up committee.
Yes, internal committee. Yes,
internal committee. Am omu hwehwe mu no omu say hu say even 22 no. Emu over 8. Jabi emu over say na nso so de.
No omu de koye. Afre de ma ja tumi say ampa. We na ni betua. No of say who ye head of an institution. That's why you careful and nema ebetimi afwase and this nema traps no my no and that's so honomo. Also bo obuti the bomb say baby e be about 5 years landmines no. Of a make land mines. Ya na bomb say form. The bomb about 8 years later na obi akotia so na blast it. Landmines o ma ye bebre. There was so many institutions mo. It in the form of money and na honomo. Hey, commanders we pi ha o. When they say the BCBC
Uncle JB of ya and the general secretary how na bo ba charge akon ha. Go senado enso ha.
Hey, who's a dozo ba? Nana said, hey,
oops, they haven't started and you know.
Over a year,
sorry, I meet you.
Oh, me said, I can't say. I boss numbers make now. I've been, but I go back to I send off MP na. Yes, he said, won't be the MPB. Offer. Seka Edama ye to Abagana and Mugwase on that day. He was the cause. Ghana and Mugwase on that day.
6 January.
Yes, 6 January na Jono. He was the cause.
Oma TV share MPP for ya.
Egu Ghana ni masi. We kwese no ebase, we kwese no obase. Ye tell TV wo sa ma de echen. Ye we sa ko hokofa ne live. Because what pray what to me say
yeah process omututu babia na ndisi fo akose no
ko butu we eh de na ade achi kalos de na ade achi na ade
na BBC ni bibi
da bi say that and this for this hunu at that time no na enkofo adeda on 1 a.m. need to number for that. Now, Carlos then about almost 6 in the night. I go for any attitude. I feel myself, say the night.
Maybe a bit in there.
Nah, I said my SC. Oh, yeah, I said my SC. MP before you now, fan taking lessons. Lessons be brave. And then I'm in the about the didn't come. Hey, and then people copy the co-position, and won't be who. And I'm say, as if you say, or my generated list of people be a MPP co-position, I want the co-position. As if you say, and the people are list of maybe a 100, you say, and this we need elections, sir. Some go for more MPP, or more the co-position, or more Canada, or more about Bang. You're very careful. If you are certain, you know, you pay. Now, over, share Adamu Sakandi, Asambaye said that you bought Nanabi voice into me, person may say, go back to you know. Adamu Sakandi, Asambaya, will be your tone and tree, your man, or yen and tree, on Tom Boyan and tree, or yes, court, could ye, your Pamas, Adamu Sakandi, and then a cartoon. A true baby 2012 December. Na John Mahama na president. And John Mahama say Adamu Sakandi yare. O yare wo ye wo hospital prison ho. And until no Obama the presidential pardon based on health status. Mahama yare ga will benefit from the incarceration of Adamu Sakandi. Mama yaka say one say ma president man the presidential pardon. Na Adamu Sakandi ngin dipa enche will be a prison. It's that ya will be prison boy yare bia so no. Ya man presidential pardon no zumpie. Of aso atanya na wodi trim e fa Adamu Sakandi hu. She story kutame Thursday 13th December 2012. President's intended pardon to Adamu Sakandi is injustice. Mahama Yarega. Member of Parliament elect for Boko Central, Mahama Yarega, has described as unfair the president's intended presidential pardon to his incarcerated predecessor, Adamu Dramani Sakandi, who has been battling a cardiac problem ever since his imprisonment. According to the Deputy Minister of Education, similar concessions must be extended to ordinary Ghanaians languishing in jail rather than limit it to the elite in society. The former MP was jailed 2 years after a court found him guilty of fraud. The court ruled that he had dual citizenship as of the time he became MP. Ghana's 1992 constitution bars Ghanaians with dual citizenship from holding public office. Anyway, Adamu Sakandi asem any affairs in Jachikwe asem difference be any difference almost see here and they say asem na court na civil matter. After na criminal matter criminal process no so no start here of a process no yebesre enye tentem enkofo ojiedwa enkofo ejiedwa ehye mu crime because edana dia papa na ye how na rules ka che say munyai no wo de ho ba afore do baby amanenye no bear the consequences thereof. Consequences thereof no so na ise nyame adom aba no afa na start it also onye ready mejiri se wono so se de ayaya kan no onye dipa nchen wo bia emra no and respect obi nchen wo bi dual citizenship ade ye miss offer won say 2020 commander na bet na si commander ye ho ye ani ne court ogina airport ye yanka ho asem ye ka se ye kan se papa ade a wo yi ubedamo still waje atuma akoye I don't know if I make a sacrificial. I said this had ye di be musu amom
sadano na ye de no mantam ho
oi
so entina ne ekukutwa ntimo bi anye na nti obeka na mate and this argument amo ye no oye other citizen national and just allegiance to them. So allegiance to them. Bia na oye say bia oye Ghana nina oye British soldier and American soldier. Swear allegiance. Into no allegiance on the canon and yes citizenship allegiance.
Sir. Anyway, offer to the I think say Yamiadum budget Yamiadum much never come once. But a year refreshing say new taxes be anywhere ever the bed but baby manager who say Kwakoba Faso silly leakages no. From your crab room in the account leakages revenue generation ya can't intimacy leader probably ebia the guitar you need bit me the silly idea mommy intentem na yes especially why by COVID-19 heavy as economy there over one city they say ultimate generate here not 20 pesos never there is no boka ankasa enti kwebe be fa so bia timenya 90 pesos instead of 20 pesos no fa omo mon modern na omonye me hangi kakra da minti akje bi ne of a bache jako enkomo no mo de be ba ne
and as na menya ne yame golden point to from Oman 107.1 FM HFM ewo Kumasi se udru Grace me party clinic Madina Kachi Bola stopper general consulting laboratory service general body scan physiotherapy dietary counseling nina free just say ya try drama sekoto enko na obetua je omo numbers na yare bia how now would be duru hono obehu sampa ye wo homeopathic clinic ombo momode pa 02000 67500 02000 67500. Grace homeopathic clinic, mission from God to humanity. Franco Trading Enterprise obekohonwa kwaje phones papa ene na accessories ehon na Ghana de obia to phone ene ho enema and or the flash screen TV or the tabletop fridges or the laptop or the tablet the printers then the pabebre abeka ho furniture da braka robis in my bus stop ni opposite anase La Paz New Boy Town junction kwa Medina Old Road also ebi ohona hacho station wa obako Franco akoto eni papa na nso wode ahwa ama so phone hawo sade ya na chese ya replace na yede amount yem fast da ma Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic omo ase ye kase kumase kotwi eye Guinness Depot hono enkra Medina Zogo Junction eye Omanfm ene Kan City abrosa kesi mu hano ba Dr. Mensa so ya yare bia hawo no odin habanuro ebetu ase na odi amount Dr. Mensa ndo so tatafe ye be come for Samenk range of products na man Samenk Greatman Herbal Powder nyansani refrigerator retentive memory Samenko capsule etuko kwase Samenk men's capsule mema lawyers boa mema pa and Samenk black powder so detoxification fin and extra de nyama if you pedua ma hoto angoje bi akwaba
me joso
na design
nyame adom
good
na me won say mo bubo nsem so assembly coverage abutre because sembi on ma one sha ebe mo kan sema ni se oka nti nyabutre na yenhwe sibe oka okay sense of na kan do so nti they were foot well biano bayane bia yawo but who years of a lot of people bibini na utia my tin tema beboa bibini na ofilise because ejuma udi for not only for this party for this country idea go for etiu no nyako and I know so man hano the moya no nyam pipi na moya ma no because on my yamfa no grant na omemu nya alternative to go for aiding to spreading lies when this on my be koniye nti you attempt to make sure say nyama ekoniye no major issue for this country go for sebi omo epo mai no obi wo ko mo say dey ameka kire no obi wo omo down and have forever almost the super glue out to her, and they want to listen to. They want to listen to you until so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, been issues no Dawson. Party nankasa my near my supplementary budget. Bukamo na mowa bemu. Cape Coast ruling about possible as a potential by-election. Other cases are work out. Nti yabema range no.
The mayor say mabe hu opinion Boache Jako ha. Hopsin wa ha. Nti issues about Cape Coast ruling no. And budget na die me jide said they can do justice to it. Na mape dan mabana ya other things, but the America briefly now made to me akọ a code of conduct and about out come kaya ya to abawi ya yem president em finance kunya sokra and you go for omo pese omo ebe candidates omo pese omo take over from the president now sebi yama mandate of 4 years 2021 to 2025 January ukra no na uje no to na o confer 2025 to 2031 and 32 na nyansa be enewom start course enye enope minim say omamu ha obi o parliamentary primaries na olusupe 1 week bomba no I energy said the next one also no obe contesting na ekobane sa ni activities ni actions nyina for the period. It doesn't matter whether the MP is doing well or not. It doesn't matter because I energy say chinchina the next way no obe contesting enuntina ma na niye fiti time call primaries now to elections. After elections, nipa ne winner ko parliament ni nyina is to make sure say either nipa no anyade ana nipa no enum nyam e constituency no ebeba form na onu etumi abasoro. Some of them even openly start campaigning immediately after even primaries. So the omo na shisha sema MPs no entumi enye adwumani enunti immediately after elections, the leadership of the party decided say yebeko constituency by constituency. Na any party for doing commodity cause elections no they show moon crying you use opportunity to tell them the programs are part in a war for the year at least to the next year. Na ye program no so ye be floor ma obia wo questions be contribution be what dream there yo I can everywhere been crowd we have it a report virtually the report that we did from our rounds is almost the same as the report some full committee review no but now one major thing and a party for testing of waters by prospective candidate, presidential candidates in 2023-2024. Yeah. It's almost my say almost saying you come back and the National Executive Committee and the National Council. You to fashion out BB. A bit bois na buy no in the year in the Juma or no. It to me acronym na anya a lot of distractions. Okay. You understand? It is not only them. That's our council of elders for ordinary party for one cause I would say on those issues. So that was say your trans in the baby, your draft baby kakra, and they call steering committee. They call steering committee initially now share all elections, internal elections plus parliamentary and presidential. But who say one you careful now yamra na went to me and Dimrano so I implement Imrana one year crank because so confer all elections from polling station to national elections, one for parliamentary, one for presidential. Your capacity, your capacity to be able to monitor and make sure say obi a obekọ against mra na waye no obetumi apanition enough no na eni hosa as part of the discussion no and you conclude say you be a code of conduct no mana affect parliamentary and the presidential affair.
Okay.
You call national executive for Mujitu, but now can national party no national council the second highest decision making body of the party.
Okay.
Now Article 18 of the party's constitution amount fine say at any given point in time no you have rules and regulations are about guide the party na ama party no strengthen the operations of the party. Until any time we are saying call national annual delegates conference national council won't quite say we be na air bar one share be hadwia yetumi hihye ho nsem ye hye ho mra na ye ni nyina awia ye call national annual delegates conference ne akọ report omugituma na esa until we kaya decision you take is say MMDC is what baby are sitting members of parliament within a period of time one resign on to win contest no and national council through Article 18 you did take his decision constituency chairpersons secretaries net treasurers regional chairpersons secretaries net treasurers you prevent you almost from contesting in constituencies was sitting members of parliament and also national council and I can give you a host of rules and regulations but you so I call annual delegates conference as part of the report demand for their acceptance and na constitution ma national council ho kwan na the year can say openly a bird in hand is worthier than 1,000 in the bush. Now it has never happened before. You see, in this country of ours we didn't have the opportunity. NDC and at the year 2000 senka omo transition eco election and at least you bring an example of how such things have happened in this country. We've never had that before. Say party or power the presidential candidate and the president call the second term or the second term one or transit here another one they go see that the only time I see competition be 2007.
Okay.
The only time we didn't have any experience like that ever in our party. Not even in our party alone, in the entire life of Ghana. Not be this sacred seed. Sometimes you may pardon some of them name some party no. And sometimes I mean those who are even part of it cry advices. I said, I will do so now contesting the way who say, obey advice. It's so heavy. One do be here. You understand? And sometimes you may even say, if you are different lessons from it and all that. And pre-election rules and regulations, the ABC were a part in the Buddha.
Okay.
Say, men do ye be a nomination. Yeah, say, yeah, homra. But they start to see
nomination, no,
but now rules and regulations, no. And no, now, but who say, you say, man, you say, you say, man, you say. But say, trust it. Yeah, yeah, one should they see 2007, no. This time, Bear West. Bear West because. Those times, so now how many radio stations, TV stations now? And obi to her to me hear WhatsApp now. I bet say come baby. Obi to me did draw far on there. Obi to me obi tremu on the baby. Obi ni obi born come on. Ocha picture pay news. It is a traditional media. No crowd. No. Beginnings in terms of information, rich. You know, social media no huge. It's a man and no. Na first nka ko yie na nkofo ekoye bibi wo ha na be hu e ka ho no ano e na ko yie na ko say hosting na me support we so say it's all over the place as if say bibi esi into contemporary world na we say yan so yan koye niama tete ne dada de aye no na ye hwe na ye di bibi to ho eno ti na ye rules and regulations si eno ti no rules and regulations say party supporters and actors, including government appointees, ministers, members of governing boards, that's councils, chief executive officers, MMDCs, and general party supporters and members. No, omo na sa code of conduct affect you omo. Now party constitution also say we are a member of the party. You must publicly uphold decisions of the party. Apart from our rights and duties as a member, duties they say or say promote to the good image of the party. One cardinal duty is for you as a party member uphold publicly. Yes, uphold now show them publicly decisions of the party. Now, I did when so starting, you know. Yes, I could share baby. You started doing home come I check. You call saying committee, you call national executive, Obi will suggest you go to be the back. Even to the extent that national council, you call, you know. Some few concerns were also raised. Concerns need be say, particularly with the presidential code of conduct, you know. You are careful. Go for the frivolous petitions, baby. Because you have creative bodies, baby. Until with the parliamentary way, so be breachy any of the code of conduct and our rules and regulations now. A normal disciplinary issue. Okay. Until you complain, what the constituency executive committee, or my shame na say na wait in this one, or my refer to the disciplinary committee. Disciplinary committee, we are. Was the about constituency executive committee for either ratification, rejection, or approval of whatever you've brought. And now be a become. So Obia, you be the assembly tiano on tiasiano. Or who can say Oba appeal to the regional executive to the regional disciplinary committee through the regional executive committee. Okay. I'm saying so because Yanya careful so for be connive with some executives or Omanfm. Normally Trump have charges at for so. No, the way you film was suspended. Any avenue for redress at all. I have seen some before. Yeah. Say go for suspects will be person contest. Now MP executives, particularly chairman, secretary, the organizer, fine pa. No the petition, frivolous petition. Say who say Aquano, sorry. Emma, I say me know the example. Me know the master example. The Jack cry example. The Jai. Oh, Johnny, that's so cool. That's example. The Jai. Nasare babuawa. So okay. La journalist ya kind of major example, you understand? But anya hope. There are a lot of the places are sometimes unya MPBA or you very stronger. Now the executives no one show you pay. Now all other people are who need some potential no. Ebia ubibieu and I say when ya bibia oye na polling station for ebe jam kakra pe was start campaign for polling station for e woni fie no ya mani si constituency ho. Okay, mudia constituency now mo suspending the panel all right to appeal to the regional disciplinary committee through the regional executive committee. It is a regional executive committee for also and so ya kokwa asasa because me hu bi da yeah, take a decision. Now, Asama Bedu Regional Executive Committee, I call disciplinary committee. Also, disciplinary committee, you know, a committee of the Regional Executive Committee. Yeah. It don't not take a decision and recommendation. And yeah, Jumao. Until say the Regional Executive Committee, Atana Saje, Sa Committee in Jumano. Now, we ratify and I say, we reject it and I saw the Biakon. It was careful. This one committee at the regional do regional executive committee yenya time in meeting. But I could be also COVID in criteria meeting. I said more meeting is that COVID in the party no. Meanwhile, I didn't a time bound. Imagine say obi officer contest as parliamentary candidate. Now you better to ban Saturday. Now some about this committee. You 2 weeks before. Yeah. I was a regional executive committee. Etna Sensual Assembly. No my judgment. No, this is my judgment. Only saw my judgment. Nani Pakona and Jan to Baba National Disciplinary Committee. Into also COVID. Yes, yeah. COVID yes. You know COVID yes, yeah. So, meaning beer. regional executive committee must suspend the obi. Who suspend the obi the petition ba immediately, depending on the substance and the capacity of the person. We say or that's so position whether obey to me influence investigation. The constitution allows us to suspend, but that suspension can only be valid if and only if the Pakro proceed a disciplinary committee. The regional executive committee alone cannot say yeah the idea bro why are there into the suspended. Who suspended no one found disciplinary committee within some time be a because yen pese a rule of man. Also rule of institution. It's in a checks and balances war. Obi to me ba kukra me American was the bakro I don't know disciplinary committee. Yen fair no pon di rasem. And if bakro the appeal or person or national disciplinary committee say adiano soon feel region buyer you can go to national disciplinary committee. It don't make to make delay in war region hosa but there's time bound. To me and I'm sure back say masa mundina say oh this one committee for to me and I'm saying look you cannot say that. You cannot say that. And until based on their work time one I was saying no within that time because nipa no so was suspended also were right. You understand? Yeah. And until media some no called disciplinary committee at the national level. That is a year from more. So hey, okay. And sometimes I have an unpleasant duty in stepping in some of these things. Yeah. Because no nipa ho adwuma ebi anipa no ononkwa na hu no so ononkwa but no so members are on the ground it will effect on us as a party. It's a parliamentary process any but presidential no to me in case no obi akoye bibi polling station presidential candidate o dey call this one that is one at the consensus go me to my friend Aliu friend say Baumia say yes Baumia akoye bibi Adakuru constituency friend say yeah they who complain about this one committee appear before us yeah I'm sure yeah e be distract even obiara ni dey tuma and no they restricting no war and national disciplinary committee.
Na nessa no mo bede na mo agada
the ya ne say ya anya careful so a nkofo the frivolous petitions beba so
and we ba how be yes
obi kra oni obi ko contest kra betumi aseda ko t-shirt ahye ono ane nkofo no ma ye dede na ye twa no video na de aba you understand
yeah
this one committee dey do an ebe ye dey the what national council agree and say yenye bibi to say a complaint committee na obi a wo petition bia no wo de ba sa complaint committee na complaint committee no try so many some prima facie case be e wo ho answer say you who say petition na o de aba no mu do and our substance so ma they refer to the national disciplinary committee. There are no any difference for the presidential and there go straight to national for parliamentary there run the same course any disciplinary issues we are running. Now nyema ben ye say we a party near men ye before I make ho no the mami wie na memfa caveat kakrebi emra Sanyema ya ka ho asemi. Your sanctions are able to meet the amount. And these sanctions are not sanctions yakofa efi baby. Depending on the gravity of the offense, you bet to be fine. You bet to be suspended. You bet to me expel from the party. Party also reserve the right to decide yeah man contest election because of their why. I know they all right. You bet to be all right, baby. But so yeah niema it have the potential of dividing the party, potential of distracting government activities and government programs and who affects ebe party now. these are some of the things sanctions are to me at the torso. Mamemfa rules no. 1. Members, supporters, sympathizers of the party at all levels shall 1. refrain from using the media, both traditional and social media, to attack the integrity and reputation of other members, particularly leading members perceived to be nurturing presidential or parliamentary ambition. Say you na unim se hopsi opeso sa contest ponkatamanso na onye bibia no ahyeda na we use traditional media assemble and social media to say Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook. Now okay can sema e di nanim nyam e beba form no e ya dia yenjin to e offense. And where I can enye new 2020 National Annual Delegates Conference. You resist as we National Annual Delegates Conference to Muse. Not only in the traditional media, social media, no obi koye bibi can bibi against it is treated much the same way as our koye our traditional. And I'll give a typical example. Yeah, MMDC is vetting. Akwebi a constituency be. Now I'm saying that MP no nini side. No sitting member of parliament no be too no. Until why would him there say now moya. Ye to abani we 7 December akwa the obetu no lose elections no. Na WhatsApp so jubilation ye dey ben. Hey. No road the other side the near J say ye kachira mo ye kam ntie ye near J na afa. Say me ba o. Ono MP na no na fa na lose primaries. No lose primaries. And the obetu MP no be candidate no. No lose seat no. Olusu ya no na ono support tete MP no deni aje na o jubilate wa bo powder who say Facebook and WhatsApp
Omanfm.
they say WhatsApp no you emoji bi wo ho no ma obehena ase osa say emoji pa otofo wa yes ade 8 December o Oba Vetia, Obi so you adaji. Akotwe sa WhatsApp we ni nyina ha dia betu yanim se basa. Akwa we edi se eba na MC. Because Oyobia party take decision on this so. Because party for na akoto aba no almost say old candidate a new one. Yeah. Now what they also want to which means say ono kra o sabotage no. One say wan to abapo oto abakra obeto against akwa no we dey ayi or they say candidate bi ono so lose sa ena e ho radio so local radio so accusations ni ade no mo ko bi sa MC no da so say you say wa mo ani passment also e dey mo fa mo akoto mo aba na mo lose yes ono po wa do ama no MC no go from MC no I can already also mo akoto mo aba na mo lose enti akwa we sa we asa ba be pem asa ba unim inside hwe mo no nke hwe mo no uhwe local dynamics any civil division wo ho na nko no na wo se ye de MC ne ma no uhwe local dynamics pa we afa uhwe baby onu fi no nko for dodo e wo ha nko no pa no se fata say e DC ba no but because of the ocho WhatsApp ni so ntino DC no nya ne enyo chena ye fa ma no so na be chere because amra no e wo ho dada man annual delegates conference agiatum eno na ye sense so e wa he 2 eni se endu bra ye bie nomination you better start a debate about suitability, desirability, or otherwise of a presidential or parliamentary candidate. My better na hey. Nanka candidate presidential can be why. Omo dey asanta omo some can be parliamentary candidate. Men point obia, so me ke men point obia. You see, now I better way a short baby I do know or say because Akufo-Addo efi achievement no or say enye obi ofi asinfo so no take over na say or say enye oba ana say or say enye akroboni ana say o kan hwe obi ani mo say dan bo obi di o there be way ya dia yen so say may encourage debate about who is suitable, who is desirable, and all that. No debate at the stage. My party ni bia nkebi. And this party also and our individuals. I said that initiative programs camouflage as some neutral program. You know, we could discuss presidential and parliamentary, and also and also no utiamra. And you say either through the print media or electronic media, no, you started a public statements. Said there me who be a biwa ko your paper say oh yeah they are halfway there you I support to X and I support to Y. We are happy with your party bra.
Okay.
And you say party no wo ho kwan say obey any regular meetings aye. But as part of the regular meeting, you know, and you say you call your discussion about your meeting you challenge me na yen kambom e bia youth of Asia yen na yen kambom na yen toma X and na yen toma Y and also ya dia enye de ka wo bio a eno wache da koti he me kwa but ka me man hakasa sabako e wo say you try say about avoid it some go for a public office and now we grab portfolio within or outside the party, no. Use public office, no, to promote one candidate or the other, or promote themselves as against other candidates. Until you're a minister, you're an MC, you're a DC, you're whatever, you have no right to use that office and now you're general secretary. You have no right to use office now. And said that find your program. And said that invite a specific individual. Be a wouldn't prefer say a person contest. No, I said that man a prime time. No, I beg you jump to say the Obama for the first time. What now? Kasaya it change or better than a candidate. No, in this party, no, and now say government officials, no, a use home office and portfolio at the. Yes, sir. But quite controversial. Pa is the gifts in India, man, and also I say about what they avoid it. No, they well, come on, Wakukoma say, but come on, Kukono be to be chat about the evidence against you there and the account. Well, send there, you need minimum amount of money. Or the more beer, for instance, so be to say, Papa Jaco say, maybe a oti ewa. Imagine say obi efigran ha say okosra no na okọ lorry fare no am 100 minji this say adia ehu bia because in and out take bia na 25 the 100 or beto nsu kakra but obe ba ho no okọ no am 5,000 no be here evidence this say bia this one is on fan go bibi you understand all that we are saying is that yenna as politicians yet ase say deliberate gifts any monetary contribution a war potential ability to directly or indirectly influence the outcome of election of any where but me ka sama yenyo ye de ebeye but me yenye in a manner okay e be create more problems for us me decide this I may call rounds as speak now me try of constituency no my friend mo we am say mo san go between yes sir but me call na bibi I was 200 na me start me 5,000 I was idea we enye normal party work bibi intended to influence them to take a particular direction and a particular decision it's no idea enye there can't be on so say ni say overtly or covertly no yenyan start idea no na o solicit funds from people within or outside.
Sir,
there be said the obo me who use ebi awan kasa on for na but who control John Boydu for presidential candidate for 2024. Me letterhead na my draw letter appeal for fund as part of my preparation towards winning the man. We were Momo Nama say won't contribute to it. I know there. Oh yes sir, near so moi. I know no bu party no emraso. Until I know the idea yeah we. I say and you say your formal groupings. Groupings or association within or outside the party for or against any prospective presidential or parliamentary candidates. Say all of a sudden within the party non-conphobia formal group. Say so for whatever so and so for this, so and so for that. And idea party no JB for what's the idea no anchor executives no. Parliamentary presidential. So to be cut JB for 2028 on boom. So
Madam Marcos say you want friend answer.
Minya be affect you know, but it will be difficult to implement. It will be difficult to sanction polling station, electoral area, constituency, region, national to be and what they am also. One also no and only to me so no. There can't be on say. Omo your communicators for the party. Omo represent the party no on most of these traditional platforms. No. Ubo humuso na wako program. Now wako use party no platform or the amount to campaign for one candidate or the other. First of all, no, before I back for this my action, yeah, my own communicate on behalf of the party.
Okay.
If it is evidence, say, son, why yeah? Because yeah, if we creating more problem, we'll be about programs so on the host now she say, oh yeah, kind story with mommy now pay. You know. Sir, Alotejo comes on your member. On your member. Obisu concern the chief kutupa. You be son of Becca, you are senator. Now, here would you say the chair? It's all your party ni. Not only Obitis Alotejo Cup. And it is important. Our program so. Because I'm running this say, man. Yeah, started debate about the suitability or desirability of any of the candidates or started kasatri mufion. Obia nko. No they mean you know. They may try to say. Or started kasatri mufion say oh Emre Andrew yeah. Emre do ne be nomination now. The members had discussion. I think it's important say yeah so yabo modern as for say sir Nyaman kitten call for media houses see to say must say Omanfm say rules and regulations yeah my kind what the womb winning near my in some way and near no we did this a wo only the encourage an open platform for said debate to happen. You understand? But you say yeah station bit to say in fine almost said that and yeah
even serial callers do baby and they be told that you need phone lines no crying be meka e been to me nkasa without that young endorse will be offer also baba contribution some when they at all offer and I'm a minchasmati and I'm in Jamie and see no
Mamika Bibicho and the monitor. There are some of the serial callers are only MPP4. There are some of them are consider more as part of our communication team. And you decided say me a serial caller. Me person me also aye part of the communication team. And then who privileges you can decide to say so. and go ahead to do whatever you want to do. But insofar as you continue to be part of the communication team, you do rules and regulations here about what you know. It's important that we take that. It is very, very important. Say sir. And the conclusion on this matter is that from ENRA, 27th July 2021, and rules and regulations see back into force. Remaining into force till say National Council be a nomination for either presidential or parliamentary elections. No? And sometimes, Kwabra, Osha Constitution, anytime I want a not later than 11 months to a general election, I will see a year candidate, presidential candidate. Until calculate here, by January 2024. That is the last point. Yeah. We are constitution, you are bemunswa. Or say, who decided say January and I have presidential primaries now. 3 months before I was so open nomination.
Okay.
It's the rules and regulations that the open nomination. Ever before 3 months before. That is what best 4 months before the elections now. You be BMU now. What's that?
So we presidential aspirant. Wait Ghana in 3-4 months.
Now Obiaka say chin baby. Wait, internal there na Obiaka say chin baby. Mama can be sure as national as general secretary. We decided say me contest biwa. Emra me di be chi Ghana ha nyina no and do 2 months. I can understand for the presidential candidates. Presidential candidates, you know, what person you must be in each and every constituency. Me say each and every just as I do. Me election me group go for. Because constituency by constituency. So never change. Well, as we move on, send the and the as we move on, no, because every election be able to be rules and regulations, and any part will take into consideration the movement and said there are rules and regulations. Indeed, you have enough time, whoever want to contest as presidential candidates and now say as parliamentary candidates, you know, enough time to go around to sell themselves and all that. When Kwabna, so far dear, code of conduct for pre-presidential and parliamentary primaries ahead of the 2024 presidential and parliamentary primaries of the party. Yes, but you see, and it's a Kwabna say. Ye be she mrano hwasam ne yaka se uye party ni ma papa nyema ye ken eye nyema se ye diswa ebe ma party no e kan ko ne na ho odin ejira so enti me no ma dwimu pa de e ya appeal po na me ye although say because you call around ne kasa bebre ne nyema no o se enya bibi code of conduct no me dey make
you appealing
me say dey make can pa say Sabi obi person ye presidential they want to be in them raso be ajai when your friend is a class prefect na person ye and as area unit we be na person ye person the president na person the president dia na mesre pa say party so mu president na person di party name so ne say you must publicly uphold decisions of the party. Timbesre, men pet se beba say or say the petition of be near a be a banner and on some bebre. And untino, mesre, now me jidi say, ye party fui, and when you answer didn't say. Any of them are on by candidate, you know. Just send another down Kwakufado, Abai, associate.
Of course.
This say achieve their mandate Ghana for their man. just say you are sa it was so person win dia na so boa na kakra ya dwemu ya keka abomu ye nyina hwe na eye very successful unse ye na mo frem anope na mo bisa koku anyi do wasem na as a bin see that say obi ebu party mraso a ye twena so ye bi 2015 no as a ye ku nipa Emma the campaign message of Domama say na asema ye king economy hu hia o ye po bi obedi president obetumi aka Ghana for nyina abom na me opponent ne de me see me opponent ne de odo de the party book haro and otitim you understand the best say yanko ye niema e be create impression say yankasa ye ne ye hoko me jitum pa say said the India matiti ni niema nyina ye honorable people omo ye nko for amateur party we ye bibi kakra bi a yakeka abom ya ye nso no eno so nkyere se bibi eba na o se system a ye ntumi system I must say that because ya party ya na ya mra in order to make sure say party na holding no akonanim and I believe say appeal na me de bema enye rules na sebi nipa na kuma no unse nya Jesus say mra na akuma mu enye de wo ya tworo no nti akuma mu no ya akuma mu a emuti na party ni do ewo mu a sa nieme I can agree say obi kra catch and say I will mention him you see Jogate go fire billboards be amana so obeka say nyon no okay so you pay attention so be able now say nyon no you be go bu egu say nyon dia you understand nyon dia and wa kasa kwa be ma wa akobu egu because picture na wo so be to me jam be bon fan go see baby say oya amane
baby asanyam na ye
enyo na ye ya mount time say for bra for one for my be for mama because say enyo dia the oye no so to me yi na nim dia e be sanse no
komre no nso
so we to the akoshe obi onye party ni na o ka say enyo nkwala o memu a so the American so they say so obi ekoye bibi you be bunu and they be bunu and na then you tra ho na mo sisa kokosise nkofo echi emfa ne man gosisi hosa say o mini hwehwe u picture na oso nko ade a ye be ma ho kwan say masa ene nkofo no nkokasa do mu yi ade no ye ma ata no anko ye be ye fio say asene say ene eze na nka ya anya mra bia anka ye nka ne de ye kika say go for call round there yes anyema no ngenye betene kire ni ahwe ba me gidi se ha obia no so unim de ha obia no ebi feel say ebi kra nya advantages obi you understand entino say ye bani nyina on a level na just say obia to me enya advantage and see obia me ngini sa dey way ade a din ayentumi ndi so
na me jebi mebusa won say ebinim so serve in certain capacities our bemu ebia by virtue of the position wonti ebia eco commission project oni and I say BS so kosi president na nemu obabi and I say
Matthias ebe no de na juba na oye
okay
eno there you can't say you see ni nyina ye nyina no and we must be real obi is a vice president for instance a vice president say president ni wa since a president ni hoy on the president nti be building there also a commissioner obetumi akọ commission ono betumi akọ rounds more because by virtue of position or one ben kumbenzi bi anso what disadvantage baby a sebi honorable Ejako ebetumi ra no ono ntumi ra corners on other people betumi akọ no ono kwa na security for the dechi so on the betenti some of these things comes with the job you understand to say for instance honorable Alan Chamante our ministry you doing because of waiting you know the ministry one factor won't be Nti yama me na me go bie. Odo an de be kwa go bie. Baby depends obi ansem obeka ho. What did they make an answer? Some obeka ho na hia.
Obi so aton fertilizer no ko chiche.
There is no chicha ma farmers. Now decided to fertilizers are what you I hope say questions are bisano. Who bisa question are open answers, Papa.
Yes.
Answer and say, oh yeah, who opposition or the chicha fertilizers are. Who chicha fertilizers no Emma farmers. On free police station 5 no and multiply by whatever. Now I'm more fertilizer or no on your farmer. If it comes to attention like that, let us say, oh, you sue position, no portfolio, no, to influence in your favor or in the favor of another person, and no, I'm running nobody. I think this is clear.
Okay.
Because again, to me, so a bet you do, baby, just as President Kufuor do 2007, Oman declare some person contesting in Oyomi film. Unfortunately, to me, you vice president of film. Inti Aliu Muhammad here, or try to post na NODWA. So never, but all other people, no, are indicating, including on Rankasane brother. Including on Rankasane brother, no. Oyomi, and Tibedu baby, Ebia, Sanso Ebeba. But I'm saying, say the Akumapa, Edi party next year. Me says our rules and regulations. You go on Jay Humpo say, Umbuso and I say, Umbuso.
Yeah. We have a dimraso. And I could be a das.
Meso, Madam Asipa.
And I say, Shada from Komopi or but none of the baby out there. Fano. Actually, John Boadu, a general secretary. Oh, there will be some answer. I'm sorry. But catch up, I say the code is in force. It will be some question. Will be some question. Be that way. Shut that question out. It's catch answer for fairness.
Oh, the horse has already left the barn.
Okay. So yeah, we are saying we brought for the but two questions be adu mama. It been check a crowd have been called. That's it.
John Boadu, General Secretary, the man TV. Since I walk in so you see a kick off we are come madam pine. And so what question be a babusawa. I said there be. And you know. Yaku ya nimbolen point Oman 107.1 FM Ash FM ewo Kumasi Muamode mo messages about 3 emails no yanken kam na fe wi a onabo ba chejako trans nsem power de ba owi a hopes no adoyen so ewa ha akwasi oben adwoso besia so for after listening to Ken Oforiatta, the finance minister today, I can now say there is hope because the economy has started growing. All the economic indicators are pointing in the right direction. The managers of the economy should sustain the growth we are seeing. Regards to General, the strategist, Agenkesie John Boadu. Okay, Samuel Meku. I said, please tell the NDC to humble themselves in Parliament rather than shouting. And let's ask that those in charge at Bauxite that if they cannot deliver for Ghana, they should set aside and so that we can bring another team. Also, boss news and agenda breaking the aid. Osman Ahmed was, I pray this bust news will not be pushed under the carpet. Let the communicators carry it to the furthest parts of the country to expose the NDC so that the agenda breaking the aid can see the light of day. Asante Joseph, so greetings to you of Akeke and the team. You are doing a lot for Mother Ghana. The expose from the boss guy is serious. I'm happy Uncle JB is in your studio today. My regards to Osabarama and my senior most communicator of our time. KB Asante, first vice, AOB, and a second of Braka. Okay, maybe. I could be wrong though. Bismarck Bosompem Ozovakeke, and this is arguing as if renunciation of allegiance or citizenship is automatic as soon as a person applies. No. Application for renunciation can be denied, so no assumption can be used in place of renunciation certificate until you have your renunciation certificate at hand. Okay. Kwame Poku was so what kind of nonsense is Andy talking about? Swearing allegiance to a queen, if it is about British citizenship, is never different from swearing allegiance as a soldier to the same. I have a brother who swore allegiance to the queen when he applied to the British citizenship, when he applied for British citizenship in UK, and I heard what he said in his statement of swearing. It doesn't differ from that of a soldier. Asantis Joseph Beidu. Also, greetings to Ovakeke and the team. Doing okay. Air can bust guy, no. And in some of I am fancy. Good evening, Ofa. Please, I want to ask if one Boabea Saba, the National Communication Director of the MPP, is there. Say Owaha Uniha, but Oho. For you and Asarabediako are doing good work for NPP government. You guys need to be rewarded. I really admire you guys. I'm Robert Manfu, lives in Woodbridge, Virginia, USA. I wake up every day at 4 a.m. Mondays through Fridays to listen to Omanfm. My regards to Wafa Amofa and Asabia. Robert Manfu, that's a pa. Now Woodbridge, Virginia, there. Eho ubeti wa Brempon Radio. That's an intino na nesa Martin Luther Loser. Also, the evil that men do always leads after them. The contemporary politics is devoid of recklessness and propaganda. Then this type of politics is absurd, devilish, wicked, and irresponsible. How on earth should a minority leader who claims to be a lawyer making such reckless and irresponsible comments against the verdict are saying not ruling? If the legislature is acting in such reckless manner, what will the fisher man do? The maxim of law states, he who seeks equity must come with clean hands. Johnson or say, Offer, thanks for the good job you are doing for Ghana. Offer, I find it difficult to understand why an applicant can be held to the privilege committee for speaking against a biased reportage on Nigeria. So why can't the NPP MP also drag Haruna Drusu to the privilege committee for dragging the image of the judiciary in the mud? Yamkweyanim na yamfa enemana kano emremo eya nyabotreko awoshidias boutique kaneno oko omo airport terminal 3 departure hall Hong Kong na ubenya African wear captain bubu ni the account say oko awoshidias boutique there was jolly traffic light you there was Osu Oxford Street behind Snake Clinic, our dynasty restaurant next you. So Tesano, Nina Ubenya African way. Apart from that, designer perfumes, oil perfume, custom made jewelry, Nina Penina, Ebiwa, Washington's boutique, Asuya Casina. In Jozo Koho, na Kokoje and a penny be, na chese Ukung Ahau. A ya ko goil, na koto fuel ho, ko goil, na kofelo tank. It's a higher grade fuel. Oko baby, I turn board differently. No, gold they turn out normal price. Unyane baby, no wonder say gold is the fastest growing OMC in Ghana. More over 450 filling stations. Our Ghana fanina ubiye di omwa dan spa. Fuel no the obeton do na ena. omode ema ye to aso nso betimi de o contribution about fakeke@gmail.com ora boachi ajako atenase former campaign manager, former policy advisor, former minister of energy. Over Yanko and some no Dawson, the Guabgan baby episode of the nature say, Yadia, a fan say the go, a ban yes, from ruling to BBR.
Cobra, and I say, and you may. Make sure we T4 a war Ghana ha any Viasia Fanina said Debia Donny Brown, you know, almost tell or more so na and some pa would go upon so one iti na minim so mutie so a omo de adwum omo de dwumapa ema won any one party any one mind enti enase ena medema say oso ama yakonya kwabra mechia party fu nyinara a free polling station ekusi electoral area coordinators eco constituency officers regional officers michiamu namakoso ashamuden ashamun crime atamu echi say munye jumaden emamo party. These are not easy or normal times. Inti ebanasa enye normal times no yodie kakra wom ebufu kakra wom niema wontwi ni niema nkiti kakra wom enso se de bia mekan me say my party right or wrong, I will stand by you. And non chiresa party no enye bibi ntiao. Ombeye, yebeye. Nanso ukwama party. Ye da chini ye dan kwa menti. Monkai hunu se ebinmu akon ajiama ye. Yeso ye nko yenim tonko so nko yenim enyima nchirima. Kwa kana sa no ene eye da pon de bia. Nema bebre sisi ni edi kan eye budget mid-year review na nka mid-year review de titiye hunu nyina ne se da bia no aban no a oteso no oba no abetiti nani ho se na no mesra musika amode maame no akohumesika no anso ntinga wedie mesresa nga munso msu kakra skanu medi anso and this is one of the few times yaye media reviewer budgeting come aban ne say in spite of COVID na kwabra de me say mechin kan asemi say se uye mfatu hu bi uye nhihye bi uye nsusuye bi ana wodi bibi yesu ntidua na wamfa COVID ewurika samu a COVID edi wiase anya wo standard a ubeti the effect has been devastating. COVID way adia adani wiase abutu United States nano na me sister edim komo mesi onye shipment bi mreme onto to niema bi me brother ma kwabramma no niema bi ni ade a be pese o se bra o shops a niema ni ho sawo the supply chain is broken sheka sa first car in US the car chase ni ade say no that it's slow. They had to find $1 trillion to Joe Biden. Ewurika samu a COVID abedi wo wiase no. Se wan fa woni engage amfa ensusu niema wo ya. ubetia to sit. And none of me per se Ghana 40 CSA. The ye beyond is within a COVID environment, and the impact of COVID on our ability must not be underestimated. When Abansi, in spite of COVID, Mama say, mi betiti meni hu asriska samun somi makon hu mesikaso. Nemo appropriations at ye 2021 and no more enemy didi.
Okay.
That is a major fundamental statement.
Okay.
This is a major fundamental statement. Now, maybe na mete yenu bia omuti radio so say oh scanning ho eden na usanko sriska. There's something called deficit financing,
which is an option.
There's something called borrowing, which is an option. But abai we say niye kosu nyina no ajobre yanto yaboase na yehye ye niema yie within yen ya hoodin within the amudi agu ye botom yehye ni yia we su ebetwam ama ye ho adwe enti eye me de eye me ahwa ho ase yetimi aye media budget nyeni nsunsanso no se ye besan e the taxes abeton crofo so asan peska foforo na ska mutwama ye no enu ani ebedi na in spite of all of this so niema akoso youth employment akoso public sector workers obi eni ho a yamana kotena fie obi eni ho a yatena ketua so obi eni ho a sabi na ketua yesi COVID inti UK people are on furlough chirese we dey kotena fie for some time e bia wat ketua na yateso US people have lost their jobs nansayana say twe no kakra no they started femi pebi. There are a lot of places are buying entimi entua salaries. Yes, you two sreji da makra no. A buying we timi abomodin kakra. And not only that, akatua tumu so asamba. Ya ntu akatua so ya muanko trefie akatua tumu asanyaba. So wosha comedy normally no statistics na ya na me pese me di tutu ankrofo aso because sabin previous sabi eku me say me twu obi anim statistics no nti ase eden ya down for bi na odoji mata na ekuchia e call first year legal economics oje so afa ne ho adi ye kodru ya lecture bi e friend no oh nkrani lecture bi mathematics for economics I say just someone en kunta to kwesi just a wadoji ama
oni so ma me hia ni biem
also we just someone en kunta to kwesi so nti enya dia but nevertheless economy e wo wiase bebre ashranke that is say in a very simplified terms say beer no to me produce 100 bottles of beer say the production was system ni nyina 100 bottles of beer and then a beer will produce by 80 na say so what by 20 Ghana so what the sound fat to hono a ye de no an shrinke nemo yetimi di 3.1% ebeka ho ema ye move from 100 bottles no to say 102 or 103 bottles na say in spite of COVID e bi no dey sorted ye de ni de na ye tre ye shame Uye no to nchanya.
Man of no, which means say Peter binum painted so economy no nya kra because economy anya kra no. In a COVID period no. Say hint me register maybe say economy anya no. Said patch in the COVID period can it register a positive growth?
And I make say economy is no do one a shrink. So no. Now you can say economy nya ye wo bibia your friend subjective measures and you will be biswa your friend objective measures. Subjective measures no eye wa wunsusu ye wa kwanten kro ana nipa baaku bia ana mienu miensa bia motemu baby mo hwe se enanu na bia me kotroba fufuo no bitimi tonam se ne guso say mintimi and a subjective measure ebia bebia ekwan a wo fa na odi nya osika no emre bia ba esisa akwan no enti a wolf money na nka odi koso anangu fufu so no free ho the free ho so a wo account. Then there are the objective measures and not the statistics no by how much did the economy grow. Economy no yetre yeshim yetre mu say so no ana inflation kwanya niema ebo ehuri koso rate niema bo no ehuri koso and no it is subjective e bi o high for primary balance fiscal numbers no and the main functure ones na so economy no it may grow by 3.1%. Won't mean can say economy na atiti apansam. There's growth. Ebia de obekan say e grow ye ni chenumu no. Ni part 7 ko church 7,000 ba ko enye bi. Ebia obetimi akansa. But say economy e grow obeka say atiti apansam ne de ni sa de tie. This is also one of the times I had the lowest rate of inflation. 7.8. Abaino say the enemy that's on say taxes are encro for air dodging. Yenshe yenshe na Omanfm na debia tax essay encro bi nko akom no. Si etimi treshi no na wo mo a omu tua bi na fedio wo mu tua nkrofo bi su kom e be den e be hin ha wo. Look say apart from government employees or more government payroll direct payroll any ports and duties nkrofo be bring tua tax
especially income tax
nkrofo be bring tua indirect taxes the VAT no kwa VAT kra nkrofo dodge. So no unless it's a who use point of sale there what the card the machine one but VAT receipt Ghana a printed bi na yembre kra enti e was see a treasure no
any be contractors na suppliers are more withholding tax any other source
enti tax audit ne tax measures bia abaino ateki say automatically Ghana ID card no e tax ID enti immediately no tax for nipa 15 million omutimi track omo for taxes as opposed to be a 1 million in the past enti u broaden tax base sa ne ma na aban esusu se ohwehwe ne ye a tax compliance e discover futuo mu ema ye komo he high sa nhwehwe no wo ho in spite of COVID aban etimi aye niema bia ehuhia pokwase interchange me there to be honest with you nanka me never a big fan of interchanges mekanokre I'm more a big fan of inner city roads any roads a link to food growing areas in there But way Pokwasi has proven itself. Kwabra first pan say oh trasa akwan me there from Oman to Kumasi. That be not Adam Swase. But say no, acquired them. Now me assure by the time on be pavements, ni sidewalks, ni side roads, ni a bed them say your ukwa. Na say a quine biesa. Now to me contemban temwa. It adds to your economic productivity. 85 bed central Gonja Hospital will be paid. Premium Foods Limited Factory, your commission, just so.
And so some
Nano Foods Limited, pineapple, Sawam, Gusu Juma. Phase 1 of B5 plus, steel plant. And also, Toyota 4.
Which is the biggest in West Africa.
Yes, Toyota 4, Namiada Roma, almost assembly plant, your commission. Kobra, Bibia, na edi nya. Na Ghana 4P any shaho. Your Bibi Financial Action Task Force, FATF, Financial Action Task Force. We are here for nina woman share money laundering once. Now, Cobra, first time me wo US amitna task force ni committees ni bisu me yam shame. Money laundering pa. Hey, na wo hwe sika ebinum hwe free e manya sika nim dada ni ehwe ye wie kogu baabi ni ade na criminal activity me hwe ade di nam se ade kwaku from pond ya sembeba so no na omo ye nhihye ye bia Oman biano, was say, ultimate clear wo.
Okay.
Say what meet requirements. Come on, say every dollar in the world, U.S. Treasury to meet track baby. Yeah, the good counting machine. So I was say near the good count, who withdraw dollars or bank. In the good counting machine, a print list.
Yeah.
Dollar bills no list.
Yeah.
Now listen away. You feed it to FATF and Treasury. Into your money, say, a jackum who could ye $10,000 for your accounts, no to chrono any. And I made him 5,000 bread or fire. And now for I have so 5,000 or the good account. To also account no better record say, Sika me free my account, a big account. Something called association matrix, never build it. One of who said there be a reasonable sacro and check na badawi. There are only a few currencies that's Swiss francs or the Oman. Na Ghana na ye qualify near ding or FATFs so as one of the money laundering countries. Where you were free swa a jet transaction via obey and suspicious. Say we are so near the SWIFT, the system bit to say banks, yes, you say send this car and messages. A friend is SWIFT. SWIFT no types. MT101, 201, 202, different types. And a type be also what be a friend a tag field. Tag field 72E. Message be called. And to say won't qualify or grey list no so. And now or blacklist no so. The SWIFT will always show you up. And let's say acquire genuine business. A war. Say Russia. Not a basa ye tiaoka. Na SWIFT message 202 MT 202 na air bar. Na tag field wo or country no we are on the grey or blacklist ebe show. The money will be delayed for investigation. Na fay minimum crofwa. One transfers near the can bear 3 months. investigation koso meanwhile no who sika also original kotua banks kania de no is under investigation. By the time when you be clear from Fat F and now FinSap near do sika be brown what the bank ka. So it does not allow for ease of monetary transaction. To say a buy etimie ye near free FATF list this one and ya some papa ebema monetary transactions akoso wano na say akoso wano so the cost of transactions no e buffer
MPP na me say be amonim dia ya na bru bi dia so too much because dia why ebi I me be on faso na we na ye de ba wo kire mu no say aboa business community omo involved in international trade.
Yes.
And the opening of LCs, ne transfers what they call nema, what they say and then put flow of money for investment purpose.
So we LCA, whatever type of LCA will be, you know, what the SWIFT message type and the communicating. Cash, SWIFT cash types in the 101 series. And with securities, with the, you know, see a 3 and the 4 series. 101 he receives, I think, 202 year pace. Now a BR attack field, you know, a chere as someone air catchere compliance officers and regulators. Minimum obia way and yet as Remubaka, minimum obia ni payments akem 7 months. Right? Only the entities or new man. Why in the genuine business? Entities know what problems. And yes, you have FATF problem. Financial FATF need a financial action task force. There is a sister organization called FinSap. 7 months akamuno onya ni sika no. Or the bank ka. Yeah. Bank nkase wo FATF for na delay wunti wo interest no. Ya ring fence. And akwabra apart from that no. I was so a lawyer. No lawyer no help clear. Somewhere that hole. Lawyer no so jinisika. So your cost of business transaction because of FATF grey list I was na do them. So buy etimi ye free FATF so by all means FinSap so you be free so.
Okay.
So now you free so cost of doing business in terms of transaction and speed of payment. So normally no say all the SWIFT messaging you expect say within 24-48 hours payments are made. Because SWIFT be a friend central counterparty. Majo there also majo there hey there was a coca branco achi hono me Boacheja come se me de bema ma sha obo se me de bema and there was a cosa very man hoso me Boacheja come sharp sabor saberi man say me de bema no I am central counterparty. Munyina mu ogidie wo mu se musika enkokem. And it works through the banks. So no, enti say if we can make fast and swift exchanges for value, Kobra edamu yopo. Enti eno de mebo ababa so omo timi a year free because we've been on it for a long time. We've been on it for a long time.
And obu okra na bia oba odin sika bi baba be hye dwuma bi wa ha o de baba invest but there be our transfer akọ ana o de ba ne ade ana akọ some unnecessary questions and scrutiny ni ade and this council impeded
scam off into so hye na ni sika be ba wo memu na o ye fat f non qualified obadwini hu yi because kweku frimpon dia sebeba so no all of those things are positives sir. It was a business community the church mo e ho faso a e de bre wo
Kana kana ya kana sa ya mampaye sa
niema ni de MPP si enya daje e kyerɛkyerɛ edɔ sokɔ e pensen ni kyerɛkyerɛ niema ema eba timemfo practical level so practical level pa kobranka enye se look see yetimi free fatef na yetimi ye swift internal payment systems chips ni ade nyina yi a kobran enye momo pe o obi free Niger oso obedidwa ewo bolga oso obedidwa o bolga adinti na oso eskaba here obetimi akọ a bank in Niger obetimi akọ a bank in Niger I send this swift message to counterparty ewa ha unkreska no obi akọ an attack and swift messages ni nyina so payment be your free BB value date da e was a mensa kamisika enti nya fe na ebeka so sika no donkey a wode ba no ka kwan mu nti da bi swift message no e won value date enti sa value date no on sabe sika it will open up West Africa for transactions. Okay. Na to said the momo ye wo edwomfo ne obi atimi didi just say Swift is even a bigger platform. I see. If we manage our financial systems well. Enti step 1 yetimi free fatef so. Step 2 ye digitalization. Interoperability of all our systems. Say ya koso sa kwabran obehe na niema to toye America ni adia o mi ni nyina ama so da krupe o ama so da krupe ya de kakra eni ahihye sa na no na meka wo sister station bi ena near discuss roads ena me say one of the biggest road systems in America your friend I-95 kwabran it took 62 years to complete. 62 years. But unze eye kwan pa ya constructed. Enti yaso si enya ye ho abutre na ye hunu game plan e da ye nim. Ne statistician hye ye niama kakra. Te said ye ya hihya se kra fatef ye free so fence up ye be free so ya. E ba boa ye pa. Ebio ye koye nim no budget we aye roadmap bia ye de koye nim se on hawa any abebresa your friend say COVID di baye or how the abebresa COVID di baye se ye nya abutre say as COVID recedes COVID air to sign ye nya botre na ye niema ehwie gu ye nyina ye tase de banyansam fom ne ye sign hihya kobran ye begina pintin asin sede ne ye gina enano so no COVID e de adisua hunu bebre aba ewiase ye befam addition na ya hihye niema yi so wo hwa Ghana ha bebia edi yenya ya num sum fidie bebre wo no energy sector sum fidie bebre fidie no still bebre da wo ho
and that's all
chema obi apare etiaso Omanfm energy sector no yenye bae no yehunu hu nyansa so wo be kaya kwabran ye bae no na minimu di nkomo fa energy sector no pa na kanea edundum no na hia ye kese na by 2017-2018 na the DPF say yetimia control kanea do.
Yeah.
In fact, by June of 2018, not even payments, we are almost current. Now, independent power producers, fuel suppliers, I am be brea. Omunya GDS, a fade. Ye koyenim. Now, okay, gas. Gas has a lot of heating value. CS industrial gas, CSC. To be honest with you, media crude cry there here. It's a commodity. Yeah. Buy and sell. The economy is in gas. So Oman a big year. Then crude a to gas.
Okay.
Gas apart from ODA power, petrochemicals, agrochemicals. And industrial gas. The power, power, and a free atuabo, na a go through cleaners na a demo via renewable produce power na it goes to benefit near their salt generators, let them. Petrochemicals say gas, crude nigga gas, What the fun filtration system one? Niema pee or wa unya free. Nebo niema no sikari bi or a so saying crude na water. Oh yes. Byproducts ne wom no. Agrochemicals, fertilizer, a condensate, one ni nyina. She nanu ya na Merinos, Womo, Atuabo. Gas component be obedient see and find yeshi. Isopentanes. And then the power generation power plants. Isopentanes. Near shit go be so a dear way dear man. And then your yansa at the produce power about 30 megawatts of power.
Really?
The Ushemu fertilizer. Ushemu cobra value chain bebre. Niema ye benye free no ewo. Then you come to industrial. A lot of the heater industries here no. You can easily get from burning gas. Industrial gas. So no. Yeah, by bauxite juma. Bauxite requires a lot of heating. Even cement. Cement requires a lot of heat. And to ubetimi aye industrial gas a heating value as of a certain octane. Not instead of electricity, direct electricity, ECG electricity. What the heating gas? Aye. Now bauxite. Amount of gas a bauxite betimi absorb. And yes, there is a gas line via now redundant for all the way to Western region, baby. Now you had Jane say, Yam piggy line no, to open it up. Niyam branched it into two. Bakumbe nyine hini, awasu nyine hini. Now, all the way through Chibi.
Okay.
Not the second one.
Eastern region.
Yeah. Because it's the deposits, Awaso, Chibi, if you put gas values there, refinery are open easy, kukukra. Production cost because you are using gas for heating value instead of electricity. Production cost a buffer. Then the second line would go all the way to Kasi. Kasi. Because the idea was to put another thermal plant in the middle of the country to balance the load.
Yeah.
Because you see, you say system no any what is called reactive power enough. Via pen a reactive power and then a balance voltage. Via requent minye in Tienfa Bakun cast middle of the country. Nanya load balancing to help buoy. So no. And that was the plan. MIS 30 year won she say. Say timid the gas free at Twabo. Eba awaso any hina. Kwabra na ye ni ku sa project ho. Ya amfa nkoye motro modoko krasa. Ya didi. Ya nyenu motro modoko krasa ya didi. Enti energy sector no ehwa dwuma doso. So no. Ya so be kaya. Ye wo opposition. Na me try radio so ka say me die so ne me mpai baa ne say yankoye ye energy sector no to say alata. Ye ne sa ene sabim trade ya sa ya to epengu. Na se ya anye ne sa na bre time bombs and for the chef so for nyina ye dodge ni nyina na ye hihye ni here. Kwabra, this will be a very different country. I see. Inti eme de say kakra energy sector no ye timide e konenim. Ye nwie adwuma wo ho. Still excess capacity issues wo ho. Say low voltage bifurcation events ECG4 nsmp so wo ho tete just said the kodum so na tete sabe tememuni otinifie na kane adum a o misa say grade ko na ye ECG onim say kane adum saa nhihye ni nyina eguso a ye to ye boase na ya mfa nkoye miriketo ntentem ya mfa nkoye de ye digi dinya kwabra ye behihye mani nyinara aye kama na energy sector headache no free ya so a ehɔ na ye fe ye betide kwabra covid ya kon yie na mesre Ghana fo se bomofo no nkoyo otitayen na ye jeja ye ho asene ade bia free ye so ye komo ha ye nkura kwabra enkoy delta we no ne hu husin ni nuaketwa ti mesre Ghana fo ayam hihye eni ehu eni ahofa mane ahokeka yedi ye osetie the first time e bae no yen sanko yechi na yen fa sa osetie no eni ehu enyehwe yen suro na yen moye ho ban se ne be ya adie ento ye so atisibu. Look, at the end of the day sikani niema ye di shame for the first round. Eni say ye disabu. Okay. Eba atoye. But say ye be jeja ye ho. Ni lose guard. Na samwa toye. Na ya sanko fa say sikana be shem de. Na ya amwaye ho. Nya ban no, na ya nkasa no. Ya amwaye. Ewo de dom ko. A word dom ko say we better na we talk na na me dey da e bo me hu pan say in 1 week I lost 10 of my friends. And I'm say Debbie adie we ye ka say me da kra na me hya maska me shada me pass so no e so mu a sometimes ojefo bi ani be ti kwabra budget no e ho asem a meka no ti awa meka bio eyi wa ha Hobson so ha. Asen North. Etu ya yonko ho a etu edue. Enkosi a enkosi, enkoda. The late Adamu Sakande. Ye saw ne pem. Ye tete ya odikowu. Na me jin say Asen North MP no kɔ de saa kan de die beturu ho fo na ne mfɛfoɔ ne ne mpanyinfoɔ gyina parliament a ɔmo yɛ ne yodium no ɔbɛka sɛ hɛ ehunu bi pɛn enti na aboa serewa ɔgyegye ne ba no wayi n'ani me mpasem bia moma me nkɔ me court sɛ yɛbu me fo a na me take oath a me ni ase bia na sɛ me take oath ɛdi me kɔn ɛbɛkɔ ahyɛ fidie mu deɛ masa Haruna o di kan wa yo yodium na parliament hono nsɛm no saa da no nsɛm no na eni hwɛ na kyɛ sɛ saa nsɛm nkɔ mo nte ase sɛ ayɛ sɛ sɛbi mprɛduasa odwan a ɔfa aduane wɔ kaa kwan ɔnte pii mo die yɛ kyia ma ɔhu asɛm ato papa yi sɛ de nsuo tɔɛ no saa na wia so bɔ a ɛbɛyɛ enti wei deɛ ɛnya asɛm foforɔ a yɛbɛka court ama no ruling otimi kɔ appeal ɔkɔ appeal a deɛ ɛbɛfiri mu bɛbɛbiaa no sɛ yɛdeɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛdedi saa kande na yɛgye to mu a yɛdedi asɛm asi so a ɛno so yɛ all right na wɔnya fotuo because Kabrame was suspicion bi sɛ parliament no nkurɔfoɔ bi was our problem there was strong suspicion sɛ asɛmi ɛnyɛ one baako mmienu bi enti yɛn nyinaa yɛmfa nya fotuo na yɛnte aseɛ sɛ mmara pɔn a ɛwɔ kurom ha no sei ɛna sei yɛmfa nya dwuma sɛ me qualify na sɛ kia ne ke sɛ mepɛ sɛ mebɛdi MP na me wɔ allegiance to another country papa mami kyerɛ deɛ hiɛw sɛ wobɛsom wo man anaa wobɛnya another country citizenship meant to tell us minute na nka sɛ time a yɛyɛ notice of poll na mayɛ na election na me masa sɛ wo so wobɛsom wo man a wotimi de wo citizenship of another country ɛto baabi na wobɛsom wo man woba na anyɛ yie na otim te sɛ deɛ metim ya anaasɛ sɛ ɔman no nyinaa ɛne yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ okay asɛm bi nti yɛma no dodoɔ no akɔdi baabi ɛnyɛ wɔn pɛ so ɛna wɔn de kɔgye foreign citizenship biribi nti asɛm bi nti a ɛbaayɛ naano no ɛno ɛna ɛde wɔn akɔdi asuogya sɛ saa na teɛ deɛ a ɛdeɛ ne yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ama wɔn mo ne yɛyi saa asodie yɛfiri wɔn so because you see in a lot of foreign countries you can have parliamentarians or dual citizenship. Yes, there are countries that dual citizenship. Sometimes British Parliament Ghana for ma iguhui ade ne yede hoahoa ye ho or a British citizen ade ne yede hoahoa ye say Ghana ni baby first MPB first this first minister because ye nim say ni ridie mu baby no ye Ghana ni ti Ghana samba onto ya sawram obeka bia man every year no nyina wo sa enti say yesusu hu yi a ye beka se bia MP die ubedi MP a ukura dual citizenship ye preso ana enye dangerous na MP no die pa ukura dual citizenship e die boni pa na obetimi ayetie kuri CIA for no ne FBI no ne de nsam no omu nim dada na ana sa wo dual citizenship pa ena onukure die ma wo man e beto chima e bia ya full Ghanaian enso di dwuma odi bedi ni kro no so no
yeah
obi a ukura dual citizenship onyesa enti mumye nsusu hu ye because asem way ayese kwaku frimpon obetim de nsem bebraba nsem bebre beba na ye kofa tankers for be fifi parliament one krasia kobra the betinsem that's
Erase Orabo Chejakon, a former energy minister, former campaign manager, former policy advisor at the MPP. And now, you're telling Kambalan Point, Oman was some Omanfm. Hobson, Eddie Jabegun, Hobson, Adatasi, na Yatwaso, Eddie Freeha. P. Awayen.
Yare jaw intintina ho ama yare ni unya yare ben enada nkwankura ama wanom abibidru anya abrofodru ahuru nyina nanso unya ayare hye Grace Homeopathic Clinic number 1 last stop ene efrefra wi Grace Homeopathic Clinic de wo de wani kire nya hye ya general consulting laboratory services general body scan physiotherapy and dietary counseling eye free yenye okapreba enura ye de ma ope ena obo ho ka wo de wani kire nya hye ya ya bisa say stroke na diabetes hypertension mojabroso wakoma mu yare ahuru ni nyina hepatitis ahuru ni nyina ye A B and C yeso ni nyina dia ma fibroid kokrama ahuru a eha wo arthritis rheumatism prostate
Yamke and Imbalem Point, Oman was some Omanfm, FM, Eukuma, Kumase, a flea stations, a Horunina will be a self and any answer. No more FB, na Yaka message me, Dunafi, Hobson, Adae, and my Adia, Atwaso. Hobson, please, it's time. This, okay, all kinds of fruit, one district, one factory. So bia enya dam okay I just here loan adamwa also please ask Mr. Jacob for me a charge I always incur whenever I transfer money using Swift from my UK account to my foreign account in Ecobank. Swift charges to Ecobank. Swift charges me £20 for every transfer. By the end of the day, another £25 is also taken from the amount I transfer. Ecobank cannot tell me where the £25 went. My bank is in UK too. Cannot tell me where the money goes. Hey. Okay. And the way I just say offer a shedder a yena uye ano MIA. Rakib Bosu. As a green of a KK, you and your team are doing a great job for party and government. Keep the fire burning to make sure appointees come out from their slumber and publish the good works of the MPP government. Regards to Honorable Hobson Adoye Serakib or Kantamanso. And what do we eba I was thinking of a cake, please kindly ask Omanfm not to close before you okay. Yo, that's it. Hobson.
Yes, Aja Nyamia Dumboko, Yachobia. Say, said General Secretary Bekani. Telephone crowd with Choma, Ebeum. I'm say there near Nihunium, Yama Michi for staff, and a Michi Machiano, or the Nihunium, on contest view, and a president, Yabetium. And can afford it ever boy? Or some very soon contest TV. Where's he? Minchi, Madame will propose as a Minchi Minchiano. I just say, open your Minchi Minchiamo, Minchi Minchiamo, but Chomo pass someone to me, what? Yeah. JB Avekaja and MC no guy, Namfamo. Yeah, Edagora, yeah, tell more Mutina. Once last week, make us say ruling Nubaba this week. The bar, yeah, dear, your wife Mupa say, Niababe, because they are who senior city. In fact, I say not. Sir, anyway, a bra yenya a home empopoyano. I personally work on it. In fact, a bra the MP, honorable Droa Abna, a friend in Obama mania. I know say BBC no ate when you sure. I know Mammy Dino, and I'm say into Omunya na you cry the passport was it be. Here I'm so can you on trying to post no and fancy. Fat your cotraho, a jogger. Obo edina saso more than nyoho thousands. Now we have to go through a match with pictures and see kwaku. Now yani boss no. The last time I would took my baby drew Ghana or go to international airport was 21st February 2020. Oba yenumuna anche and you call lockdown. Now what the Air France in a buy. Wo what the Canadian passport any uramu passport number or there be into memo any adina ewa hasi enti yetiminda everything who say no kremu no papa no wo allegiance to another country that just say ya the man paying for na ja o mo say no woko rezi kra na ayebia ni hu enti yantwen yeto aba no wie na so wan we ni dia no so wo we ni a then we take it up na nyankopon adom ebra ipedifo nsa ka yi ni nyina so no mi say omo ye formal application to Canadian embassy ama omo so efanishe ayi no ye gina ya hu renunciation na yi certificate ya de ma no just say 20th November or so, November 2020. Ada chese we meanwhile before 20th October now I file a nomination. Me contest TV on the form. There is a question. Do you owe allegiance to any other country apart from Ghana?
No, there. I know myself. Who allegiance and say who citizenship?
Share.
They are two different.
Omubwa na citizen who nya citizen who denya passport. Omunti asiana. Look, se akase obi a citizen. Let's just say who kita hono passport. Edo na ma wo citizen. Without the passport, you are not. Ebi I am a permanent stay. I don't know honum. You bet my permanent stay. Who call a year card say America, yes, a green card. Who call Europa and no your mouth won't
I must say constitution is allegiance. Allegiance in Chelsea we a citizen. Ebi krana a Juma Binti, ebi alko US Army and alko UK Army. Wako swear allegiance to that's the allegiance they mean. And
wow.
We a citizen. There's somebody I want to There's sustain you on my party.
Omunti asie. Share ebra wokoya wokwa swedo. In fact, Oman is asu. O ye bibia trese. Ampa wono wajia tumu se free and nekwe wo ye Canadian. Eti bibia efa ehihye bia wo hobia no ono so ka ho hwe ne passport ni eja gobran wo de ma me fancho ne passport the buy data page ni question that is the surname and the other names no James also ba Ghana na or contest no or the din ba ku bi ka ho so passport number no ha HN42 so and oba ha say ya tro nationality and ya tro no Canadian and the boho no na fi date of birth and so that ha say October 1952 place of birth Asinfosu Ghana nationality was it then Canadian eti dia say no mo person mo chire adenti no man tro Ghana e wo honum baby aye wo de what provide you certificate address ye wo ewo Ghana asinfusu ba say no wo pese wo ye Canada ni eto omo hwehwe won krata mu nyina wo mu hu se wo sefata se ye ma wo ye Canada ni no na fe that day ya frel no akwa swear allegiance to the Queen and then allegiance to the Canada as a nation. Eti that day wako hono was swear to ye can say oath. Answer ye did the passport way share ni sem. Ye ka say ampa say no we ye Canada ni eti o kaye ho bibia Canada ni be enjoy bia no. Wo so bet my enjoy bi. Ghana for bebre egu Canada.
In your enjoyment so which means say bibia nso a ye be frau.
Sir Assemtu no asisi a oba Ghana ha na assemtu ni sisi a pe Canada for ever be fan sisi akọ. Omba be fan sisi akọ. Se wo Ghana ha sei no da so kita ayi se nya se wo che ya wo di America se wakọ down so a eka BBC no owura Canadian embassy ho pe Ghana police ntime nche no. Obi adi ho no betimi de ni saka no. Wonya owura embassy ho pe wo Canada obi antime fa de san konko kan wo hodom. So I want to know. Ghana ni be ya na oti ha say me make makwa ko wura hodum say asema banti no me ba be bom ho adwa ho. Untimi me dia na me de ko but we wonya ma the passport no so a obi ahu say Canada ni ni mo ma no kwan no ma metinam ha say na ye mo no ho ban sa na asem ne tie eti ni omo ka say ana legends na city omo boa omo pese omo to time keke no omo de ye ni omo pe na ye de ye court na kasa ne court na aka no no ane ye atum me de wo kasa yi am say ye a report no so e de ama CID for say omonhwe the criminal aspect of it because in the first place you know what you throw at Ghana bra wo fail form ye bisa say wo ye Ghana ni wo nye Oman fufuro bia so ni no wo si da bi wo nye Oman fufuro bia so ni meanwhile na enye sa na tie etu ye sa dia eno no eye serious ya I think say nkrofo no you can say CID4 ebehwe mama bibia atimi akoso na yenya notify court no notify electoral commissioner within the matter of 1 month no I saw mutimi organize by elections eti yabesre ase no fofo MPP4 ne mo amo ho nyina no mo nhyase enlezi mu boot say no mama abrantie kwan amana ba be waste mo time just like that so ho ne tie no ye ananka munya obi a sa nsemsemu bi emfore no ho ana okọ parliament a kasa break court hodom a wo ye the business ebra ye inaugurate parliament na wo hwe se MPP4 agresi issue se abrantie obi di na court ama ye de tabo ato no so se wontimi enko emienso ani in se oye MP over okay asema Haruna ekai wasi nipa no wanyi wa your age mo mando kwan no won to na aba ne akade de ono abekọ court no akwa face consequences no so ho ne tie no omo kan no office omo jeje no so ene na ato no wonko awokọ akwa face Haruna Idrisu o ma ho muntaka o ma ho eti no mo gina wanim ana woto no eno eye asemfoforo wonim se yeso ani in na nkasakra no wasa committee contempt of court ewo hodum no ho so asemo enya mai so ho ne tie no eti se high court e ka se omo pick up on the contempt eno ho asotwe wo ho ansa criminal prosecution so e hyase a eno so asotwe ewo hodum eti abrantie wote Canada kama hwe asemo a odi ababeto ho so na ofakobra na opinion jako e ka no nkrofo bebre ababefa parliament a sabiama we amanfo anhu emfa ho asemo abawo obi ohodum a oba wose o me kwa akotra ahwe enti wo wene na so go through a na fe wakwa akoshe process na se na waja to hodum because onim say wa wene akọ parliament ebia na ne party kra no so obenya position bi no akwa ni sa pepepe no dia bebre asisi edeko one say second one so apie ewo western region eye Jomoro eye Ababawa no